Welcome back, everybody, to Keep Your Cool. It's your boy, Ralas.
What's up, guys? Edgar.
Y otra vez ya regresó suavecito, hijo de su puta madre.
Eso chingado. Now, you guys can remember about 2 weeks ago, we wanted to talk about algo en especial, something that most people like to talk about cuando están pedos, cuando están bien fumaditos. That's conspiracies.
Yeah.
And why not talk about it, right? There's many out there. We can go the movie way, the TV show way, reality, cosas que han pasado, fictional. Well, technically, todo's fictional.
Yeah.
No, todo es real.
No. I mean, sí y no. Es real que pasó, pero fictional as in, like, there's no proven facts other than theories. Like
little shit, así que diga, ¿no?
Like the JFK. Like Godzilla. Ya están hablando people que sí, abajo del medio del mundo, que es the hollow earth. People started talking about that. I'm like, no, that's just
donde fue el Brendan Fraser, ¿no? Ahí,
el Center Journey to the...
Ándale. Sí, hay T-Rexes y todo eso. Madre, güey.
Antarctica, también.
Oh, the wall, ¿no?
The wall.
The ice wall.
Oh, my favorite one, the flat earth theory.
Oh, yeah.
No, virgo.
También eso.
¿Tú sí crees en eso? You think the earth is flat?
No, güey.
Nah.
Sí, la quiso pensar, pero como...
No, I'm thinking about it. Y cosas que dicen, I'm like I kind of want to believe you, but there's just too much shit where you can block that shit right away.
Yeah.
Como cuando por eso como cuando dicen muchos, if it's flat, why do we have to travel backwards to China? Y si es flat, tenemos que ir straight to China. So that means you have to go to New York, you have to go here. But if you're in California, you fly backwards. So you go through the ocean.
De veras, esa mamá siempre me ha sacado de onda, güey. Si el mundo anda girando, ¿por qué en los aviones? ¿Por qué no te toma como media hora para llegar al otro lado?
También eso.
¿Cuál media hora?
¿Verdad? Por eso digo, no, like, let's say you're traveling from, como dice, let's say the earth is rotating this way.
Yeah.
Y el avión que vas, let's say you go to Hawaii or fucking Japan, you're going that way. A ver, ¿por qué cuando el mundo no va así? ¿Por qué el avión no toma como otro? Like,
Because it's going against
like
the friction.
Por eso,
The friction, they va para un way, so we gotta go one way.
Es un chingo de desmadre. But my personal favorite, la que sí realmente I take it to heart, es la conspiracy que las Chivas iban a ganar el campeonato. No, la 9/11, September 11, 2001. Rest in peace to all the people that happened there. Lo que pasó, pero yo realmente pienso que eso was a work by the U.S. government.
Like an inside job.
It was an inside job.
Para empezar una guerra ya de esas.
Sí, it was a way to get to their oil. Not just a guerra, to their oil.
Yeah, because there gotta be a motive. You don't want to start a war nomás a lo pendejo. There's gotta be something that you want to go get.
So how does it go? From what I remember, las historias, las tip digging que yo me metía al pinche internet, los videos que miraba, yo me creía bien pinche, me ponía mi hat, me ponía así los glasses.
Digas, mamá, Mary Jane.
So I was like, okay, there's something that Dick Cheney said. Dick Cheney at that time was the vice president, the George Bush. Dice, the reason that we lost the Vietnam War was because we went to war without motive. No había motivos. That's why we lost the war. Right? We're just fighting to fight. Digo, you have to give the American people something to fight for. Digo, and that's the only way we can go to a country to fight, because they're fighting for something.
Yeah.
About 2 months later, 9/11 happens. That's the first one.
What a coinkydink.
Around that time también debían un chingo de feria. No, sí, pero que I think the FBI was like really, or like, I forgot which agency really wanted to go in there, and all of a sudden after 9/11, todo ese dinero se perdió. And this is from a particular building World Trade Center number 9, que es la FBA files, that was not hit, that was 13 blocks away from the World Trade Center, that fights to fall 2 days after. Wow. The total building está alrededor, why the FBI, World Trade Center number 9, decides to fall down.
Yeah.
Right? Y luego, of course, las hits. Oh, the Pentagon.
No,
before we get to the towers, the Pentagon.
También got hit.
we're talking about a 747. Yo le he dicho muchos, yo he volado one time. No he volado, yo he volado un chingo, soy una verga, no. I've only flown once. Y era by Virgin and Spirit Airlines, que son pinches 6 asientos por fila, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys traveled on a 747. From what I understand, son los que son de 2 pisos y son bien big, los que son como 9 seats per aisle, como las de la movie donde explota.
Sí, the fucking...
Final Fantasy?
No, la otra como World at War, ¿no? También.
No, güey, Final Fantasy.
No,
Final Fantasy.
Final Destination.
Yeah.
No, es que son como 3 aisles, ¿verdad?
Ajá, pero
Yeah.
¿cómo se llama esa donde está el... There's the fucking airplane, the model, the one at Universal Studios. Es ese avión, ¿no? También. When you take the tour, que no es que está un avión ahí que
Y se está moviendo, ¿no?
No, güey, es un avión ya está todo destruido.
Oh, no, entonces no.
But it's one of those, it's the one with the 9 fucking...
Yeah, but that one's kind of like the end of the world.
Ándale,
Like all the power se va.
So, that's a 747, las big ones.
okay.
Y son de 2 pisos. A veces dicen que es hasta 3 pisos, which I don't believe, ¿verdad? Maybe 3 pisos porque abajo están las carriers,
luggage, ¿no?
El luggage y todo, porque son muchos people. Esos son los que tienen first class. Y ¿cómo se llama? So, you're telling me a 747 with a wingspan of who the fuck knows how much long, dije, hits the Pentagon as a perfect circle, but there's no impact on the wings.
No.
It's a perfect circle. No wings, no tires, no debris. Se lo traga todo el Pentagon.
Es que el avión le hizo así, ¿no? Sí, güey. Sí.
Yeah.
Le hizo así.
So, haz de cuenta que es un pinche Transformers a la verga.
Nah, but then it hit the trees, güey. Before it went in, it hit the trees. Luego se
¿Cuáles
perdieron los
trees?
wings y se me... Nah, just kidding. No sé, güey.
All right.
I don't remember.
No había nada, ¿no?
That's the footage, right? That's not the footage. The way I'm explaining it. De ahí, la security camera footage. There's about 3 seconds que no hay footage. Nomás se mira como se mira la tip of something, and then the ending.
No sé.
And that was not released until like 10 years later when people forgot about it. Y se mira que es algo rápido que choca ahí.
A lot of people think que era como un rocket o algo así.
So that's one, right? Okay, so from that. So we already got the 747 down. We already have the security camera going down. De ahí los brincamos a todos los 7-Elevens. O not 7, my bad.
Este güey going out to the Quickie Marts.
No, todos los Quickie Marts, okay. Todos los Quickie Marts, right? Los gas stations, 7-Elevens, Arcos, lo que sea. Y dijeron que right away, after impact, que not even 15 to 30 minutes, llegaron people in black suits pidiendo las footages de las cameras facing the Pentagon.
What the fuck?
Para llevárselo. Okay. So yeah, we got the Pentagon done. We already talked about Building 9.
Like all the stores. Todo ese pedo.
Siguen las World Trades and las meras, las Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Why? How was it possible que ese mismo día que chocaron, George Bush was not in the White House. He was attending a kindergarten class the same day. Coincidence? Huh? You hit the impact very high, not even in the low part, very high in the part. Según dicen que la rocket fuel is what caused it
to melt.
Yeah.
to break. A lot of demolition experts and fire experts have said many times rocket fuel cannot melt it.
Nope.
Rocket fuels cannot bring it down like that. Then you look at all the footages de todo lo que se han quemado, las casas, todo eso. Se miran cómo se caen como si fueran like tilted.
Eso es lo que te iba a decir también. Y
This
esas caen
one-
así.
Yeah.
If you pay close attention to the video, watch every time that it's falling. Say, on the side.
Los explosions.
Y se va bajando. Cuando enseñan eso, people who didn't even... when they say that, todos los que son demolition experts dicen, that's demolition. It's just demolition la manera que cómo se cae perfect.
Yeah.
That's las dos. Y dicen, they hit the morning one early para que nadie supiera de eso. Ya when everybody had their eyes, ahí viene la second one. Y cuando miras la footage del second one, because almost no one has the footage for the first one. It's like rare que encuentres. Son videos muy diferentes a la second one. La second one, there's an actual footage donde miras el airplane.
Oh, sí,
Yeah,
Coming
there
from the
¿no?
side. You see the bottom? And the bottom one has like something extra underneath.
¿No eran las patitas?
No. It's just... parecía como un pito.
Ay, cabrón. ¿Qué
No,
se imagina este güey?
No, pues algo bordado,
Yeah.
como redondito on the side.
Como una... Puede ser una bomba, güey.
No es una bomba, porque la bomba yo me imagino que es redonda.
¿Está redonda, güey?
Una salchicha.
Ah, perdón.
Una salchicha, así on the side.
Era un Mail Airplane, güey.
Eso es medio Airplane, Simón. El que pegó primero era female.
Yeah,
No,
güey.
there you go. Okay.
Que se entró con todo el fierro, güey. Y se abre para
Sí,
abajo, güey.
No mames. y cómo se llama, y pum, chocó, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
So you get to see a lot of footage of that. Y dicen, no, para que ya ahora sí, why? Now America has something to fight for. Oh, son los Iraqis,
Yeah.
son esto. Cuando en reality dicen que ni siquiera era, we invaded Iraq when it wasn't even Iraq. I forgot who I forgot the country which one it was, but we never touched that country. Dicen que cuando pasó eso, a toda la familia de Osama Bin Laden, they flew them out of the country para que no los mataran.
Oh, shit.
That's obviously I'm like, ya sé que no tienen culpa ellos, but why would you guys do that? Like, I know you're trying to save something. I'm like, oh, well, put them in, we're not trying to keep a prisoner at war también, ¿verdad? But
Yeah.
for you guys to fly them out, why? ¿Cómo se llama? You guys gave us the green light, going back to Building 9, el de FBI. Se lo enseñaron a muchos people, a muchos demolitions. Oh, yeah, digo, ¿cómo se llama? What do you think of this? Dice, oh, muchos dijeron demolition. That's demolition. Dice, what if I tell you this also happened on September 11? Like, this is one of the buildings that got affected. He's like, wow. Like, well, they did a really good job. Y the only thing I can think of, I'm like, todas las people que sacrificaron just to do that.
Neta, no mames.
Y ¿cómo se llama?
Collateral damage. Right?
Collateral damage. Just for us to be
Yeah.
fighting something that is for oil. Blood money, basically.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, you gotta sacrifice something.
Pues es lo mismo, así como... ¿No has visto la episode of Malcolm in the Middle? Cuando... Es que apenas me acordé también. Es like something you can relate to cuando estás de morro porque el Dewey... Que no es que el Dewey se pega solo para que le eche la culpa al... ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama el otro?
A Malcolm Reese.
A Reese. A Reese que le pega y dice, ¡au! Así también le hizo así. Nos pegamos solos para echarle
Sí.
la culpa a otro, ¿no?
Yeah, no.
Now, ahorita que ya les expliqué más o menos la information que yo siempre he sacado that I actually believe in. Do you guys think it was an inside job?
I do believe it.
Yeah, there's
Have-
ahorita, especially nowadays, there is so much videos, so much information. Como tú dijiste, like they're asking people like, "Hey, ¿qué pasó aquí? ¿Qué crees que pasó?" It's like, "Oh, demolition." Like there's so much proof now que están diciendo like, sabes que like that, there's no way. Wasn't it Mythbusters? Creo que they were like testing the jet fuel and they put it with a piece of metal rod. I mean, it melted and it didn't melt.
Like that.
Like it doesn't.
It look like fucking use you like thermite and shit like that.
Yeah. Porque como está diciendo, like, in one video you can see, like, something dripping out. It's like, dude, like, that's, como se llama, metal that pretty much been melted down. Like, dude, like,
Sí.
jet fuel can't melt fucking metal que salga como tipo lava, güey. Like, no
Sí,
puede
güey,
ser.
no mames.
Yeah.
Have you, no has ido ahí todo? Have you been over there to New York y todo eso?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
You been there?
Yeah, I've been there. There's something like, there's like fountains now. Y está el... Verga, ¿no me dijiste que tenía ratas? No, y luego al lado está un museum, güey, y en adentro del museum está uno... I
¿Tiene
think it's
memoria?
one of the posters they always show, que está melted y toda esa madre. Eso está like metal, like...
Y en a way yo siento que es como una burla, you know, like, well, again, because I believe it was an inside job.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like it's una burla. Like, you guys are just,
like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah. It sucks because a lot of people did pass away. I remember I was 11 years old when that shit happened. September. Well, obviously, the pendejo.
No, mames, no. Fue en diciembre, no creo. No, diciembre 12.
September 11, man, 2001. Y tenía 11 años, estaba mirándolo ahí en la Lathrop. And I was just fucking staring.
¿Tenías 11 años?
Yeah.
Verga.
Y tú que tenías uno, ¿no?
Sí, yo tenía uno.
No mames, no te gano por 10.
No, güey, you were like 7.
No, I was... Yeah, I was 7.
Like 7, güey.
No, 5, güey.
Algo así.
5.
Y,
I was 5.
¿Y cómo se llama?
Pues estaba en México yo. No estaba aquí.
¿Horas de México?
Sí. No, pero pedo, no, güey. Pues estaba viviendo allá, güey, no mames.
¿Cómo se llama? The only thing, the backlash that came from obviously the war.
Yeah.
I feel bad for anybody that was like Persian or Indian at that time, because you would just look at him y pensaba, oh, pinche terrorista.
No, tío, pinche talibán aquí tenemos.
Bomba.
Yeah.
That was actually one of my nicknames for Taliban.
Taliban.
Because after that shit. And I'm like, that's not a joke to play with, but I'm like, I wasn't soft, so I'm like, fuck it. It's that generation that we grew up with.
Unos
Yeah.
mexicanos. No nos ofendemos.
Y cómo se llama, it's just es algo que realmente I wish they could have investigated a lot more than what they did. But then again, if it's the government who's doing it,
But they, obviously,
who's gonna do it?
they're gonna cover it up, everything. You know,
Yeah, they got a lot of hush money.
Yeah,
güey, no,
exactly. A lot of hush money.
No mirates nada, güey. It's like, okay.
Y las historias que he escuchado. This is not a conspiracy. This is actually stories that I heard. I think each floor was what 107. ¿Cuántos? No sabes? ¿Cuántos eran cada una?
no sé, güey.
¿De qué?
¿Cuántos pisos?
Oh, I don't know.
I think one was 109 and the other one was 102, if I recall.
Sepa, pero me saca de onda que tenían elevadores que llegaban nomás a un pinche nivel y luego tenías que subir a otro.
Ajá.
No, porque uno solo no llegaba.
Uno solo no llegaba.
Yeah.
Y obviously cuando pasó eso dicen que no servían los elevators. So a lot of firemen had to go up. One fireman made it all the way to the 26th floor.
Yeah.
Y dicen que todo, como lo explicaban los firemen que sobrevivieron, que todo lo smoke. Que it was a lot of fucking smoke inside.
Like too much, you know, para que llegara ahí nomás al 26.
Y I think the one that made it the furthest out of all of them, because I'm not so sure. No me acuerdo si era 76 floors and 77 floors. I think that might be more correct than 100, because I'm stupid like that. I like to exaggerate shit. Y cómo se llama. So one of the firemen, the furthest he made it was like to the 40th floor. Y dicen que de ahí ya no se escuchó nada. Like muchos dicen que probably like, the smoke got to him. Dicen que it was like hasta la people.
It was too thick.
It was just too thick. Y dicen que people que sobrevivió, que they were around there, que como se llama, que respiraron too much of it, que they ended up with asthma, se murieron later, muchos complications.
Bronquitis y toda esa
Yeah.
madre, ¿no?
Dicen, I think there was one story only donde the actual plane impacted. He actually made it all the way down.
No mames.
And I was like, fuck.
No mames, y lo que más que, like, verga, que me llega, güey, es de los que se aventaban, güey.
Oh, yeah.
Los que se aventaban del edificio.
Pues
Like,
imagínate.
la madre, en los videos se ven, güey, like,
Yeah,
cómo se
dude.
aventaban.
Imagínate,
Fuck,
heat,
sí,
heat,
no,
smoke. You don't know where you're going. You have no fucking clue where you're going.
No, not even that, bro. Because you could easily see the window, pero muchos people, like,
sí,
you know
güey,
what?
prefieren morirse así de impacto que
Yeah.
morirse quemados o asfixiados, güey.
Yeah.
No.
Como dos guys que dicen que llegaron, los que estaban todavía around their area y que bajaron hasta abajo. I can see how. I'm like, let's say if my desk was around the emergency exit stairs, yo en mi mente ya sé dónde queda porque estoy en mi
Son
desk.
caliente, ¿no?
En caliente, bajar para abajo. And just watch your step because
Sí, uno nunca sabe
son
también.
puras stairs, ¿verdad? Son puras stairs.
Yeah.
So I can see how they made it, but what about the guys who are like en el medio de todos los pinches cubicles y todo, like, because un building está grande, güey.
Yeah.
It's bigger than an apartment. It's like, well, no shit. Like, I'm trying to
Yeah.
imagine el cuadrito,
Mhm.
¿verdad?
Todo
Trying to do an
del
example.
edificio,
Sí, sí.
Y cómo se llama y like yo me like just to walk to the other side of the building.
No, pues sí, güey. No.
Está cabrón. And I think there was only like, I'm not sure si each esquina tenía emergency exits or if it was just like one on each side.
No sé.
Eso sí no sé. I never got into that part,
Yeah.
but it was just sad to see. It was sad to see.
Sí, güey. No.
Y estaban CNN, Fox News, todo.
Yeah, everybody was all over that.
¿Cómo se llama? Cuando se cayeron, ¿verdad? Cuando se cayeron, toda la smoke como se levantó, parece movies, todas aún así, que las movies de Tom Cruise cuando he's outrunning the thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell no, fool. I saw that in 2001. There's no fucking way.
No.
That's the only thing I don't get, bro. Like, people are trying to run the length. Like, how come they don't fucking run the width?
¿En qué manera?
Like, si está cayendo el building, güey, they're running the direction that the fucking building is falling, güey. ¿Por qué no corren para el otro pinche direction? Para que cuando caiga el building, tú ya estás acá, güey.
Well, I think
Es que yo creo que en el momento, pues, no
Yeah.
piensa uno, güey.
I was gonna say el
Yeah.
pánico. El pánico de no saber.
Yeah, y luego hay mucha gente que no, pues, no reacciona bien, güey. Y algunos que se
Yeah.
quedan ahí, like, oye, verga, ¿qué hago?
Como estatua, la
Pues
verdad.
sí, güey. Y
Como-
hay otros que sí
Yeah.
reaccionan en putiza, ¿no? Mira.
Yo siempre
Yeah.
decía, si yo creo que te agarro un accident, yo soy bien pinche Dominic Toretto, bien Brian O'Connor, like, somehow me escribieron. Cuando me agarré el T-Bone, cuando me dieron T-Bone, enfrené, güey.
Para que le dieran más, de ver, péguenme, putos.
Me dijeron aguas, güey, y la enfrené y ¡zas! I was like, instead of hauling ass, quemando. Anyway, that was a little deep on September.
Yeah.
No, pues sí,
we
pues
all
sí.
come to an agreement that it was an inside job.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put a big factual inside conspiracy that I believe.
Ahí a rato nos van a tocar la puerta, güey.
A la verga, que vengan a tocarle hecho la bluya a la pinche
Ahí viene el
ratita.
Will Smith y el... ¿Cómo se llama el otro?
Will Smith, ¿por qué Will Smith?
Pues Men in Black.
Oh, no mames.
Yeah.
Ay, mi pendejo.
Y el
Tommy Lee
K.
Jones.
Ah, no,
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Jones.
El K.
El K.
K. J and K.
Just look at this
J&K.
real quick, right?
There's actually a conspiracy about them too. Que there is people that are men in black.
No, pues por eso, güey, todos
so,
saben. They
yeah.
cover everything. Aliens,
Yeah.
conspiracy, así de esa madre. Sí, güey, no.
O
Maybe.
como de recently todos los UFOs que están saliendo.
¿Cuáles?
Todos los UFOs que
Oh.
están saliendo.
No, pero eso ya está, algunos ya están diciendo que sí son reales, por eso ya poco a poco ya.
Pues estoy diciendo al principio de relación a
Al
Harry, ahora
principio
sí,
sí,
ya,
¿no?
ya lo están sacando.
Por
la
eso
Yeah.
te borraron la memoria, güey.
All of a sudden,
Sí.
man. Lo único que le puedo decir a Will Smith antes de que me...
To keep your mouth out of his fucking mouth.
That's it.
Or your fucking-
Make me a smart guy to upgrade my channel.
No, mames.
Anyways, let's go for an interesting one that Suavecito, our guest, brought out before we started this, and I want to get into it.
Como verga, yo nomás lo dije, pero no sé mucho, güey. de
No,
esa
no,
madre.
pero I
No,
mean,
but it's cool,
you
bro. A ver, talk
go
about
with
it.
your brain, go with your thoughts. Just keep your cool before you
Yeah.
say something
No,
stupid.
pues-
I'm just like, you can say something
Como
stupid.
de... No, pues el que yo siempre le pienso mucho es el de los artists like Michael Jackson, Tupac, Biggie, ¿quién más?
¿Quién más?
Jenny,
Jenny?
el Elvis y toda esa madre, you know, que según they fake their deaths y toda esa madre.
What makes you believe that, though?
Pues like así como los videos también sacan videos. I don't know if it's real that video que según que after Michael Jackson died, con que se lo llevaron al hospital y no sé qué madre.
Yeah.
Y luego de la ambulancia se ve que está saliendo caminando metiéndose al edificio. Or I don't know what that guy's name is. Apenas lo vi también, por eso me acordé de ese conspiracy, del ese güey, uno que está como quemado de la cara.
Mm-hmm.
Ese güey como que tiene como figura de Michael Jackson y luego también habla como ese güey, like, what the fuck, like,
Ajá.
como que, like, sí, like, you know.
Well, okay. You're saying that one's it's true, ¿verdad? Hay muchos de los artists, ¿verdad? Lo que quiero de preguntarte yo a ti de la Michael Jackson one. Why would he fake his death?
Pues nomás, ya sabes que luego sacan, que quieren decir la verdad de Illuminati o shit they have on the government or shit they have on other people, other celebrities that are deeper into whatever the fuck. You know, toda esa madre.
So you think it's more on the dark side of Hollywood?
More
You
on
don't think it's because they're done with being famous?
I used to think that too. También a veces, like, you know, like, they want to live their normal life a veces y, like, pues ya lo reconocen, you know, like,
Yeah.
sí, también.
There's a picture de esta, ¿cómo se llama? De la hija de Michael Jackson. And she's taking like a selfie while she's driving, or she's doing a video while she's driving. Y hay una figure atrás, como que está en un road trip. Y también se mira que es como Michael Jackson. Nomás que tiene short hair, tiene glasses. Y ya no se mira igual la features acá. But they're saying, why would she have someone in the back and not on the side of her? So dicen, oh, lo está escondiendo. It's like, so this fool lays down when she's driving and all that. And they go road tripping together and all that. That's going on that shit. The one that you were talking about, el burn victim. I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
Es un güey. No se mira quemado, o sí.
Como que se mira, it looks too fake.
Ajá, se
Like,
mira
it looks fake. To be honest, it looks fake.
como que se mira un bad.
Pero-
¿Cómo se llama eso cuando se ponen chichis y todo eso?
Like botched. Like a botched.
Ajá, como Botox,
like
liposuction.
operation. todo.
Okay.
Se mira como un botch operation y se mira moreno y blanco. Se hace cuenta como que su real skin salió y se quedó un poquito de lo blanco de él. Lo más que los ojos y la nariz.
Algo de algo por
la
acá también.
nariz
un cachete,
como-
un pedazo de cachete
Ajá.
creo también. ¿no?
La nariz como que la tiene cortada, so no la tiene picuda como Michael, but if you actually le quitas esa parte, it looks like it's
Pues que no es que decían que a Michael Jackson también se le caía la nariz.
Ya se la cayó ese pedo, ya.
Decías tú que se le caía según, ¿verdad? Because even Eminem made fun of that shit. I remember una de sus pinches
Hasta South
canciones.
Park y todo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ¿Tú realmente crees que sí? Okay, por decirlo de todos los celebrities, who do you think would be the one that would do it the most? For sure, que you're like, I believe this one.
La neta. I want to say him. Michael Jackson will be the one that will be like most to do that shit. Most likely to do it, you know.
I would say more motives. Es lo que quieres decir, ¿no? Más motivos por todo lo que tenía. From what I understand también, before he died, the doctor.
Oh, yeah.
They had to get a doctor que basically was licensed but was suspended like 6 times because he wouldn't do his job right. Y luego cuando él le explicó su historia, que when he was choking, Michael Jackson, when he was dying, que este güey le puso... Oh, perdón. Because Michael Jackson wanted to do an operation or some shit like that.
Sí.
And it was too... que nadie lo quería hacer because it was too risky. And so
Yeah.
that fool decided to do it. The only guy who was like suspended 6 times.
Yeah.
Y cuando le estaba explicando que le estaba pasando CPR, que lo hizo en la cama. Que he's doing compressions in the bed.
Yeah.
No, pues obviamente no van a servir en la cama.
¿Por qué?
Verga, estás empujando porque no estás haciendo nada.
Yeah.
So CPR has to be done in a hard floor.
Yeah.
Surface.
Y por eso muchos dijeron, like, how can you be a doctor with 6 suspended licenses? How do you have your license para empezar? You've been
Yeah.
suspended like that many times. Y luego haces eso. Y como se llama, then you do the CPR on the bed. It doesn't make any sense, especially if you're a doctor. So that goes with it. Ese del cuando miro que según se sale del carro, I don't believe that one. Se mira bien super
sí,
fake. That one looks super fake.
Es la movie, ¿cómo se llama esa pinche movie? Las Scary Movies.
Oh.
Hay una parte
sí, güey.
en una Scary Movie cuando sale del car porque they do like a replica de esa madre y ahí sale alguien del car. Oh my god, is that Michael Jackson? Like, no, it's not. He fucking smacks him a la verga, like, blacks him out. Dije, "A la vi."
Y sí, por motivos de que maybe he wanted to get out of being famous or if he knew anything, la Illuminati, if it's real, or because even that's a freaking conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Or los Freemasons, los que están allá medio arriba. If he was trying to get away from all that, I still think he couldn't get away from them. He can get away from us.
Pero de ellos no.
De ellos no.
No, they're all gonna have him on speed dial, güey.
Yeah.
Pues sí, ellos saben todo, güey. No te la escapas.
Hasta como cuando Michael Jackson salió de Men in Black. You can call me Agent M.
Oh. Agent M.
Y lo mandan a hacer un pinche job con los Penguins allá en Antarctica.
Yeah. Like la canción de, ¿cómo se llama? Eminem. Creo que es Not Afraid. Que apparently that one was like dedicated to de la Illuminati.
¿Oh, serio?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never heard of
No,
that.
Que it's like seriously like he's like, you know,
Like
like
he's not afraid to take a stand.
Yeah, like I'm not afraid of you guys anymore. Like like I'm fucking tired of listening to you,
Oh, what the
motherfucker.
fuck?
Yeah.
I never knew
Is that another conspiracy? Right?
No, es lo que estaban diciendo.
Sí, no.
Porque like that's what he's like. He pretty much put out that song for like other artists. Like sabes que like yeah, let's stand
Like,
up to
let's
this
stand up
shit.
to
With,
this
like
shit.
no mames,
Todos,
like why the
hombre.
fuck are we all like listening to these guys? Like why are we continuing doing what they want us to do?
It's crazy because I know that there's some artists that probably don't wanna. They had to sell whatever they have to sell, their souls or whatever,
Yeah.
para poderse hacer grande. Y luego están los que hicieron grandes naturally, como un DMX.
Yeah.
Que he was so against that shit porque he won the way that he rapped. Pero at the end of the day, he ended up doing drugs and all that. So muchos dicen que a veces la Illuminati, when they're against it, que no los dejan become successful. So these fools still have to work doing all this negative shit. Y yo, like,
Yeah.
go crazy. Como Kanye.
Yeah.
Dicen que él no está loco, que in reality he's actually speaking facts. Y que las pills son que lo tienen dormant. And I was like
I mean,
that's a whole different wild conspiracy that I don't even want.
Tenerlo callado.
Da miedo de hablar de esos güeyes. Because we don't even know if it's true. I know there's people out there with money
yeah.
that control the country. Oh,
Sí,
and
los
that,
Rothschilds y todo.
the more I become older, the more I start realizing that shit. I'm like, yeah, there's gotta be more shit. There's gotta be more.
Está como...
You just gotta dig a little deeper, bro.
Está como... I was just thinking about that one movie. I don't know if I got the name right. I don't know. I want to say Chairman.
A chairman.
I don't know, pero según they're the people that control everybody's movement y toda esa madre.
Oh
Like,
shit.
you know, like they're like, let's say Edgar's the main character or whatever.
Why him? Why not me?
Pues es que lo tengo a
You're-
cámara enfrente
you're
de
not
mí.
excusing
Tú,
me,
you're
bro.
on with
Yeah.
the spotlight, fool. Let me put him in the spotlight for once. ¿Verdad? You know, no, pero así more, like, ajá, lo controlan. Es que sí que lo controlan o, like, una escena que recuerdo es que they try to, let's say, he's the guy in the movie. They try to keep him away from meeting a girl or another person. I don't know, because meeting together was gonna cause something else. Or like, I don't know what the fuck it was, but they freeze time según toda esa madre, and like they put like obstacles in front of him to like avoid like meeting that person y toda esa madre.
Oh, it kind of reminds me like a butterfly effect. Like if you go back in time and you change something like that, it alters up like your whole universe. Entonces, but like your outcome comes out
Ándale,
completely
algo así,
different.
Simón.
La que explica. Ahorita la escena, the scene that you explained does not go with that movie. The
No,
scene
I know.
that
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I got
Alright,
the
the
name
scene
right.
that you were talking, or at least the movie that I believe you're talking about, is la de Jim Carrey.
No, that's
La de-
you're talking about ¿cómo se llama?
You know which one I'm talking about?
I know which one, but it's not that one.
Okay, it's not that one. Porque no es que he wants to meet this girl y le ponen obstacles, le ponen obstacles.
No.
Y so that's why I'm like, I don't think you're talking
No,
about
porque it is like Men in Black.
Ajá.
Technically, in that movie, is like Men in Black
Okay,
trying to
okay.
like control.
Esa es la de Jim Carrey, you check it out. Until we find the name. Because I forgot.
Yeah, so like, okay, ¿cuál de todas, bro? Porque este güey es un chingo de movies.
Truman Show. The Truman Show.
The Truman Show.
The Truman Show.
Okay.
No, okay, going back to the one that you were talking about, the celebrity. Do you think Tupac faked his death? Or do you think the Illuminati killed him because he was being outspoken
Probably.
too much?
I think he faked his death for the same reason.
For the same reason.
Mhm. Just
So-
to get away from all that shit.
So you're saying that all these fools
Or
that would
también,
probably...
or like, you know, like maybe they were plotting to kill him already, so he decided to do it first. Porque que no es que decía, like, ¿cómo decía? Machiavelli.
Machiavelli.
Ajá, ese
Machiavelli.
güey es el que dice que he faked his death y toda esa madre, ¿no?
So lo que yo digo entre mí con lo de Tupac.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't understand how this fool can get blasted 26 times y ninguna bullet le caiga a Suge Knight. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense to me how not one bullet lands on Suge Knight. Did Suge Knight get out of the car? Shoot him a la verga. Y le echó a correr.
Maybe.
Like, he's the driver.
Yeah.
Yes. A todo that. They're shooting him from Tupac's side. I get that. I
Pues sí,
get that.
obviamente, si están disparando de acá, te puede tocar una a ti
Sí,
también.
like, so yo para mí, I'm like, eso es algo que yo nunca he entendido. Like,
No, because Tupac is a man. Fue like, hey, shit, man, I got you, fool. Y le hizo así, güey. Se hizo sacrifice a la verdad.
But you know what's even more stupider? I'm like, ahorita lo que dijo el I'm the man, ¿verdad? I'm like, Tupac is way smaller and scrawnier than
Yeah.
Suge Knight, who's a pinche mamonzote, ¿no? Do you believe was Notorious killed because of Pac?
Sí, güey.
También. Pero él sí crees que lo... no, yo siento que
Él sí lo mataron porque the fool just talk shit.
Yeah, because how are you going to make a song going back to Cali and then go to Cali when you know there's gangbangers and all that?
Yeah. Y porque Tupac lo hizo for like, come around, fuck around, and you're gonna see what's gonna fucking happen. He came, you saw, he fucked around, and
Fuck around.
Yeah.
It's like cuando dices a term.
The more you fuck around, the more you find out.
Ajá, cuando dices... No, not that term, güey. La otra es la... You play stupid game... Oh, when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
So it's almost the same thing, pero like, you cannot
Yeah.
put that song and then go to Cali.
Yeah.
It's like, toma, quita tu pinche Cali. ¿Estuvo?
Sí, güey.
Suavecito has to go. The good thing is that he believes.
My bad, fellas. I gotta cut it short.
It's okay. We're going to continue.
Los quiero mucho, ya saben.
Michael Jackson's still alive.
Simón, ese güey tiene 1000 vidas, creo.
Ahí anda in the middle of the street, un pinche callejón nomás gritando, jiji. Later, bro.
You win. We were talking about Biggie.
Yeah.
Because he brought up the conspiracy. I agree. But I don't know. Like, I feel like they did die. So,
It's
too bad he left. He left, right?
Yeah.
So, like, but I was gonna get into like, because I was seeing his opinion. He believes that yes,
he's alive.
they're alive. For me, it's just so much like weird stuff. Like they say, oh, I think it's the Illuminati or
Yeah.
whatever. They know something is. You know what? You're not rich no more. Just get out of the public, and we'll let you live. We'll fake your death.
But at the same time, bro, like, you literally gotta hide. Like, you gotta hire someone to bring you food. Porque de a ti no puedes salir.
Yeah.
That's the only other thing, too. Like, if you want to go out, you gotta do, like, either surgery or ahorita como hay COVID, pues wear a mask para que no te reconozcan, güey.
So
like, that's just harder to kind of fake a death. Because you literally gotta hide your face all the fucking time.
So, cuando yo miro, like, el que yo puedo decir que es possibility, it was Michael for the reasons that que a él no lo dejaban. And you can tell right away that he was tired of that shit. Like, yeah, like, I want to live my life.
Yeah.
Y como se llama... And for him to go, like, hiding, I think it's easier for him to do that because he was already tired of people.
Yeah.
The rest, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Biggie, I think that fool died.
Yeah. Yeah. Él sí lo mataron por...
You don't fuck with gangs in LA.
Saca el chart. The more you fuck around, the more you find out, güey. He's already at the very top, güey.
El de Tupac, that's the one that I'm like, too many gunshots. Suge Knight's too fucking big.
Yeah. He should have been hit.
Yes, son like...
And it's a good thing, too, because I didn't even think about that.
That's something I've always thought about. I'm like, why is it that there's like 10 bullet holes? Pac gets shot I don't know how many times, but nothing lands on Suge Knight. If I heard, one only landed on his leg. If I recall or something like that. But I'm like, there's still a lot of shooting for one leg shot.
Yeah.
I'm like...
I'm mean, que también pendejos and they missed and they only shot Tupac like 2 times. Luego el otro ya cayó ahí no por pendejo because the guy was going like this instead of going straight.
Because like, think of the scene.
Yeah.
Think of the scene.
Están en el carro.
¿No? Did they just pull out boom, 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 boom? Or did they get down and actually aim at Pac, which is very different to just shooting random.
Yeah.
The thing is that when you see the holes, they're all over the place. So it looks like it's like a drive-by.
Yeah.
So it looks like they just opened up the thing and like lo balearon.
Yeah.
As opposed to getting down from the car and just and just shooting directly, which and
at the person.
In that particular case, yes, the driver could be safe unless there's a ricochet that can ricochet into the leg,
especially so close.
Yeah, and then but like I said, you have to think. Maybe I watch too many movies.
It's because nowadays, like, it's not that you watch too many movies at the same time. Like, it opens up your mind to kind of see all possibilities of what could happen. Because back then, you only see that you're like, oh shit, he got shot. Como yo, like, I didn't think about like, oh well, how could they miss Suge? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Sí.
Like, como tú dices, fucking 300, fucking 6 something. Like, compared to Tupac, like, acá...
Who looked like he was like 5'6", maybe a little bit taller.
Yeah.
Maybe 170 pounds.
Yeah, like, maybe 170, 180.
Estaba flaco.
Sí, estaba flaco. Pero estoy diciendo, like, 170, 180. So, yeah, like, it doesn't make sense. And especially if it was like a, let's say, an AK or something like that. And a fully automatic.
Yes.
Like, I mean, with the punches, like, it moves. So, you're not able to kind of hold it still.
Yeah.
So, that's another thing también that you got to also put into consideration.
Y te digo, like, so it just depends. Do I believe he's dead? I want to say, yeah. There's too many reports de otros rappers que lo fueron a mirar al hospital. Too many things going on. Too many things. It's just that for me, that's what doesn't make sense. The Suge Knight part. I'm like, did he get out of the car?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take a piss.
And I was gonna literally bring in Jenny Rivera. Like, do you think she died because they never found her body? Did she fake her death because maybe like querían matar? I was gonna bring the Biggie Smalls. He's a big fan of Biggie Smalls. Unfortunately, he left.
Yeah.
Johnny, you're a waste of failure. No, I'm just playing. I'm just messing with you. He brought up a good one.
Así no va, güey. You're a waste of meco.
Oh.
Just kidding, bro.
Mucho amor, Johnny. Mucho amor. It's like you just left us hanging on your topic. On your topic.
Pero al mismo tiempo puro cotorreo, ya tú
sabes.
Puro
cotorreo, yeah, exactly. So, since we can wrap it up with his on the Jenny one, do you think she's dead?
I think so, dude.
Do you think?
Because even if, let's say, she wasn't on the airplane, there were people looking at her. They wanted her. Ya la quieren muerta.
Do you think it was on the plane?
No. Okay.
So the plane's a cover-up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pero qué casualidad que they didn't find any bodies.
Más que la peluca y su ID.
Yeah. And like, bro, I could literally put that in a car, just throw it into the fucking ocean, Y la encuentran 2 años después, like, oh, what happened? Oh, the fishes ate him. Y aquí ando en Cuba, en México, ahí just chilling in the middle of nowhere.
Y luego se hace que el pilot ya estaba viejito también, ¿no?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sacrifices.
You were, so in that particular case, it wasn't even Illuminati. That's the cartel for, and you're
Yeah.
right. Okay, so I believe the same thing. I feel like they picked her up. She never made it to the plane. The plane was a cover up. Y maybe le pagaron una buena feria al vigío to brincarse el airplane y dejar el avión que cayera.
Could be possible too.
Porque se hace que sí encontraron wreckage del airplane.
Yeah.
Nomás no encontraron a nadie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, how is it possible that there's a wreckage? You find her luggage 9 miles away from the wreckage, or her wig acá, todo eso. Like, I was like, where's the body?
It doesn't add up. Yeah.
Doesn't add up. So
The
like,
jet fuel los quemó, güey. Disintegrated, bro. Disintegrated.
it's the
If they're able to do that to the metal, way, they're able to do that to bodies, way.
Yes. Facts. So we got Jenny down, Michael down, Pac down, Biggie down. Este baboso, he was one of the new rappers who was young.
Juice WRLD.
No way, isn't that not the guy from Houston?
No, Juice WRLD, the one that OD'd, según.
No, not him.
XXXTentacion?
Ese mero. Tentación. Muchos hablan que él que también. I don't think the kid was big enough, like así famoso, so that he would have faked his death, or that the Illuminati kill got him. Muchos dicen que sus lyrics were very shady to that aspect.
Yeah, mind opening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't really speak on it as much because I didn't get to hear his music as much. There's only like one song that I like.
Which one? The Look at Me?
I don't know. No me acuerdo cómo se llama.
¿Cómo iba?
I forgot.
Bro, y eso que te gusta.
Que es la única que me gusta. Doesn't mean that I know it by heart.
No, pero you would know at least some of the lyrics.
Well,
no te estoy diciendo, güey, rap me the whole song, güey. No te estoy diciendo, cántame la canción de No me iba.
I don't have the brain energy to remember it.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, he was killed on his car.
Yeah.
On Instagram Live? No.
No. So he went to a motorcycle store to buy a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Ahí estaba en su carro. And there were some people, apparently they saw him, they were scoping him out. And so when he was leaving, that's when they were trying to rob him. Y al último, I think they just ended up shooting him. No creo que le robaron su bag porque he still had his bag on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
¿Y cómo se llama? He was shot in the throat, if I recall, no? Because he died of blood loss, if I recall.
That's what they were saying, a blood loss, but at the same time, like, había videos y no enseñaba que there was blood anywhere. That's the weird part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where the conspiracy kicks in.
Yeah, that's where the conspiracy kicks in. Like, oh, apparently he bled out, pero in the videos, like, you don't see any blood. You don't see any blood anywhere, which doesn't make sense.
Okay. Y también muchos dicen que Drake lo mandó a matar.
Yeah.
So that's the one I heard, which I'm like, no fucking millionaire's gonna waste his time on that shit.
Well, the thing is que este güey le cagó el palo a él y dice, oh, like, I'm gonna fuck your mom. Literally, bro.
Yeah, but come on.
But at the same time, güey, like, este güey was like, hey, bro, like, you don't fuck around with my mom, güey. Like,
sí, pero like, I just feel like he's too big at that time, even right now.
Yeah.
This is like 10 years ago, I think que pasó. No tanto, but like, it's already getting there.
Yeah.
For him to do that, like, come on.
Yeah. I think it happened 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm. No.
Sí, güey.
¿Sí?
Within like 2018, 2019.
I thought it was further down.
Nah.
Well,
it was like 2018, 2019.
Oh, bueno. A ver qué llegaría a pasar. Pero I don't think Drake had anything to do with that. And I don't think he was big enough for Illuminati to do anything about it. I think that was a straight kill. Yeah. For me. It was some way. Miro que tenía necklaces, que tenía feria. Yeah. Let's go get that money.
Aye.
It's like 50 Cent said it. Que mira esos los twins que se ponen un chingo de necklaces, or Takeshi, you know that shit?
Oh, yeah, Tekashi.
Whatever his fucking name is.
Rakishi? No,
Takeshi 96. Like when he walks around and all, it's like, it's like, you guys walk with guns, you guys walk with bodyguards. I'm like, but just like you think you're a killer, there's people that actually are killers out there.
Yep.
And if they want that chain, they're gonna get that chain.
Yep. No matter what.
Take it. That's when people tell me that I'm fake because I don't wear anything. No, I'm smart. I'm smart. I still want to live.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, man, the guy didn't think about that. He's a killer, but no, there's real killers. Very different.
Yeah.
Y cómo se llama? So that
sicarios, güey.
and that and that aspect, I do believe Tentacion just got in the wrong neighborhood, getting the wrong type of. Why get in that neighborhood? Donde go to Hollywood.
Yeah, somewhere it's nicer.
Mhm.
No, puedo conocer. Kirkland or Irvine.
And I don't even think he wasn't here in LA, so I don't even know why I said that shit.
He was in Florida. No,
Okay.
pero todavía Florida has Hollywood.
So yes, obviously Hollywood, Florida.
There you go.
¿Cómo se llama?
So you still could have gone there.
Fuck Florida. No. I'm still angry about that shit. But basically,
Yeah.
right now, we need to go into your conspiracy. As Johnny left, we need to talk about yours. I don't know what you're gonna choose, so it's gonna be interesting. Will it be fictional? It's theory, so obviously,
Yeah.
or is it gonna be reality, conspiracy, sports? We haven't touched on sports,
Yeah.
but that's also
Nah, it's not sports.
it's
Bro.
not sport.
Sorry.
Ooh, movies.
Sorry. Nah.
No movies. Is it reality?
Yeah. I'll put it yeah. I'll say going reality. Porque, like you brought up last time about people going to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think we have very good communication out in like the space stations?
Ooh, you mean the NASA thing?
Yeah, the space stations. Mira como they send people up there y se quedan ahí arriba.
Bro, I swear to God, I just saw a video on TikTok
Mm-hmm.
how they're debunking all those spacewalks and all that shit. Fuck, and it makes me think.
Because, I mean, there's been a couple of videos. Have you seen a video donde está una señora con su pelo todo spiky? Yeah, that's like... That shit looks rock solid.
Yeah, it looks
Estás
too
si estás en outer space, like, it should be like, or whatever, like, wavy, moving with the space y todo ese pedo. So that's one of them. Like, bro, like, that doesn't make sense. Like, are we really sending people up there? And even if we are sending people up there, like, how do they communicate down with us? Like, is that good communication? Porque those videos, those look fake, dude.
Yeah.
Y luego sí se mira que sometimes when they're doing like a spin, like de aquí de los pants se miran que están como hoisted up, like you can see que están como estirados. And like,
alright, so you're going with the spacewalks, the space guys.
I mean, that's one of them porque también...
Well, technically it is reality, and it's a big theory. Because that one is closer to 9/11, as in like I think it's a work. Because once you actually start looking and nitpicking at all that shit, I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, something's going on. And I don't know about the communication because I'm like, si aquí pierdo señal,
that's
pinche celular.
But that's what I'm saying. We go up to the mountains and we lose complete signal. Nah, mira, estos güeyes.
Maybe there's better antennas up there.
Entonces, no mames, aquí no.
Do I believe that's a work? Fuck yeah, I think. Like, it sucks. It sucks that I want to say yes, it's a work, because I'm one of those guys that does believe that we went to the moon. I honestly do want to say that, pero ya cuando miro todo ese desmadre, and I'm like, wait a minute. And then what the guy said. So you're telling me that in 1970 or 1969, I forgot when was it. I'm like, we went to the moon, and then we lost the technology for it. But yeah, back in the day, they didn't have fucking cameras. I mean, it's like cell phones.
Yeah, film.
Now we have podcasters that can buy a $3,000 camera to look at high quality.
Yeah.
I'm like, but we can't get a quality fucking camera up there?
Nope. Like on mi telescope, mira, güey, I don't even see the flag. It was like,
no,
fucking cap, güey. ¿Dónde está la pinche flag, güey? No, I don't see it on the moon.
So it sucks. If it, like, I want to say I believe it, but if I believe it, that means that the moon was fake then.
Yeah. Because there's so many things that go around it. También there was another video que miré que there was this guy escorting another guy out from the station. Pues así where they communicate, mira donde las pantallas, and they're like communicating todo ese pedo. Like you can literally see one of the blocks or one of the screens. There's a guy with the green ball y like a blue screen. Y lo que estaban diciendo, they're doing a comparison, and they showed another video where this guy was saying like, oh, this is a drop of water. Like, look how it floats up in space. And like, bro, like this, like that matches exactly how it's como dice.
He says que también tenían the same clothes, if I recall, from that video.
Yep.
So yeah, we've seen the same video. I saw it on TikTok, and it was a bunch of clips looking at it. And that's when you start to wonder. I'm like, now, I can probably defend them by saying this. Maybe we do go to space. There's just no communication about it until they
Exactly.
record anything and bring it back down, and then they reenact it.
But there's no point. If anything, they should probably como no así. Just send the script like, look, I'm gonna ask you these questions. Send this back. So cuando regresen, they actually have it in outer space
Yes.
instead of trying to reenact something, trying to fake something.
Mhm. So the deception is the eye of the beholder.
Yeah,
So,
being catfish, bro. No mames.
So en este caso, I if I have to defend it, I would go in that direction of they go to space.
Yeah.
They just don't have communication about it. They have everything, recordings, todo. Y ya lo de acá is just a visual of a reenactment where they're just messing it up. Is that they're saying that it's live and all that.
Yeah.
So that's where it sucks. Unless NASA does have the technology for super strong visuals that you can go up there. I mean, the antennas are up there for television. You got to remember
Yeah.
that. So maybe
Yeah.
their signal, they're catching it from there. It's just that everything else looks too
Fake.
fucking wild.
Yeah.
Especially that spiked up hair.
Yeah. Eso sí se pasaron, güey.
I spiked up my hair once for like a rock show, and that shit spiked up hair.
Y así se miró. No eres esos de los ¿cómo se llaman? Los shufflers. Cuando tenían el big hair don't
No,
care.
no, no.
Tenían esa madre hasta acá
Yo
arriba.
era more Liberty spikes and all that shit. The rock.
Okay.
So you for Liberty spikes or the fan, like el abanico,
Mhm.
the fan. Okay, so what you literally do, even if you have like my hair, you can do it maybe a little bit more bigger como por acá. You get yourself like on the pillow. You spread out your pelo and then you put hairspray like unos 3 cans que te los cabes. Los
Mames.
and then you go from there. That side is rock hard solid, and then you turn around and you place yourself the other side so you can do the other side. Y ya when you're done, ya tienes la fan.
No manches.
So when I see that, I'm like, yeah.
That's dedication.
I'm
right
like la lady está sentada así. So you can say if they want to go the cheap route,
there. Yeah.
she's literally probably puede tener en un tubo, like así como hoisted up, and then they could just spray all around it until it gets hard,
Yeah.
and then they work on the rest. Yeah, because that's too stiff. Según si el pelo tiene que estar floating, it shouldn't look like that.
It should be all wavy
Uh-huh.
and stuff. Yeah.
According to them.
Si hubiera sido una transita, güey, al menos.
Que se viera así, like,
Yeah, it would have come out nicer.
sí, y cómo se llama, like, I don't know, it's just, it sucks. Like I said, if I say that, I have to believe that.
Yeah.
I have to say that the moon landing was fake.
Okay.
So I have to defend it by saying they go up there, but there's no communication.
Okay.
So I'm going to go
Okay.
that route. Do you believe it's fake?
No sé, to be honest, bro. Because apparently we're always sending rockets.
Apparently.
Acá Elon Musk está tirando rockets left and right.
Y
Y luego-
controlled by over here.
Yeah. Y luego, well, the first one que aventó tenía un pinche Tesla con un fucking mannequin allí y lo mandó a la verga. And like, what was the point of that? Just to show que I can make rockets too.
Yeah.
And look at that. I put a fucking car in mine. Pa que mires. So that's the thing though. It wasn't people in it.
Mm-hmm.
Y ahorita with the rockets that he's continued doing, que he's able to control it,
Mm-hmm.
there's no people in it either.
Yeah.
They're just sending it and they're controlling it just to make it land again.
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
Y luego está la rocket I forget, del 86, I think it was. La que se explotó, que tenía
yeah.
la teacher. Ya salió también TikTok que there's too many coincidences with people that look like the people that were in that spaceship with either identical names, identical hair, los ojos. All of a sudden, he becomes like a teacher. She was a teacher. Esta es una 5th grade teacher in some other state. Look, there's a lot of coincidences where you're like, damn, like they look alike.
Yeah.
Because literally, la shape cuando se explotó el rocket es como un 6. Or like a turn. Not a 6, but like
Yeah.
a tornado. Así. Y hay un guy que became a milk guy, product of milk. For some reason, the cow has a rocket on it, like if it's flying. Y es una shape del que está dejando la smoke del rocket, como si fueran el same shape como del 6. So when I saw that, I'm like, shit,
A little quidink-a-dink.
too much.
Yeah.
Too much. So in that aspect, like I said, in that aspect, I have to go with NASA and defend them by saying they do go up there, but they don't have communication. So those videos are fake.
Okay.
I do believe they're up there.
They're up there?
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe that.
Okay.
I could be completely wrong, and we'll never know.
Yeah, no. Unless they bring it up later.
Yes.
Yeah. Y luego, another thing. The ocean.
The ocean, okay. Megalodon?
Not just that, but the thing is, we only uncover like what, 30% of the ocean.
30%.
There's still 70% that we haven't uncovered.
It's too much ocean.
There's a lot of ocean.
But where are you going with this?
So well,
I know there's a lot of oceans, but it's pinche Titanic.
No, see, pero I'm talking about the whole, was everything in general.
Okay.
Yeah, you said the megalodon, but now there's also sea creatures, mermaids, Atlantis.
Okay, mermaids? I don't think so.
Why?
It's too fictional out there.
You think so?
People tell me you believe in Bigfoot, but not the mermaids. The Bigfoot was caught on camera.
I mean, apparently there's been videos too. They seen like a human-like person in the ocean.
Shit, we're getting too much into Disney. ¿Cómo se llama esa movie? La del...
Oh, Little Mermaid?
No, güey, el otro Disney. Oh, yeah, obviously that's a movie. So the other one with Luca.
Oh, Luca, yeah.
Se llama Luca, ¿no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that one.
The secret. I don't like. I that's too fictional to me. That's too fictional to me to believe that there's something out there. Like, yes, we haven't uncovered. We've only uncovered 30% of it, but there's got to be more to it. I'm like, there has to be more film.
But
like,
that's the thing.
There's a lot of fucking ships que pueden grabar, como el giant squid or colossal squid.
Yeah.
Wasn't a deal until fucking they caught a video of it, and it was its length was ¿cuánto era de? Se dice que 24 pies, que viene siendo todo esto.
No, era más grande que eso, güey.
The one they captured. The one they captured.
Porque apparently they could grow up to like 4 buses. Four buses, güey. Like
so the one they captured measured that one. So they know 24 pies, which is just this, y era un flaquito. The one they captured on film, así que se miraba que nomás se miraba bien grandote, like a big ass alien or whatever it was, like a creature.
Yeah.
I think that one measured by ratio of TV, todo eso. They were giving it a measurement of, I think it was 40 feet in length para abajo. Y widespread, I think it was 30.
Yeah, no, dude.
If I recall.
Huge.
They're huge. Y luego dicen que nomás se dejan llevar por las whales. Que tienen scratches along there porque se pelean con whales and all that. Y como se llama, ya because of the scratches they have and all that, they have to go on a certain length. But the one that was captured, muerto, was 24 feet.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck.
But that's the thing. So we were talking about mermaids. Ahora, since you brought that one up, the Kraken.
The Kraken, well, that's technically the squid.
Exactly, por eso estoy diciendo. Y so they were like, oh, release the Kraken. Boom, being pinche big ass squid. I mean, that goes far back as far as the same thing as, como se llama, the mermaids. Entonces, pedo, the same thing with the pirates. They'll be like, oh, yeah, there are oceans where there'll be mermaids. Like, don't listen to them. O si no, ¿qué pasa? You like fall in love. Y ya cuando estás saliendo, pues valió verga porque te piensan no comer.
Sí.
So they're both around the same time. So one, we see proof of a Kraken now, but the thing is now Atlantis, si existe, ahí es donde van a estar todas las mermaids, mermans y todo ese pedo. Y of course they're higher intelligence, so por eso no se dejan ver tan fácilmente. Compared to the Kraken, squid, like esos nomás son animals. Like ellos nomás van a estar nadando if they catch me or whatever they catch me on film.
Pero Atlantis, do you think it was just a city underneath, or do you think it was somewhere and it just collapsed, or?
It was somewhere and it just went underwater, dude.
So what do you think, they just died, or somehow they adapted?
They adapted.
¿En qué manera? Like, what makes you believe that?
I mean, a fish apparently turned into no sé qué pedo, un fucking lizard. I see evolution.
So okay, you're going by evolution cases.
Yeah, because same thing, pues como dicen, like a lot of animals start as ocean, y luego they slowly became to earth, and they slowly started evolving. Same thing como nosotros. Apparently we started off as apes, monkeys, y ahora look at us now, we're intelligent than the other species. And apparently que we have the same genes, well, almost the same genes, que like very identical, no sé qué pedo. So if they're able to evolve, like why, if people start flowing to ese pedo, like they won't evolve and like create their own city underwater.
Okay. It's just it's hard to believe on that one. Para mí, I feel like I'm more of a guy where I need more visual. like so that I can make my own opinion about it, more opinion based.
Okay.
So como when we were talking about Tupac and Suge Knight,
Yeah.
I'm like, you're telling me that he faked his death. I'm like, which is a possibility. I'm like, but why is there so many bullet holes? Technically, even though I said that, oh no, I did say that. I believe that. Did I say Tupac was dead or no?
Yeah, you said like the.
And even though I gave too many fucking more factual things to be a theory that he's alive, I do believe at the end. So, cuando yo miro así de Atlantis, no miro footage, I do know that there's 70% out there.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, where would they get this? Why would they say that? Was that an island that it's on diary? How come there's no location, the latitude, longitude of where they believe it was at? So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, ¿qué hay allá?
Como ahorita, según I think around Japan, there's like 47 new islands that just came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. Like, for us, it should be the opposite. Porque apparently we're gaining ocean because of all the ice caps that are melting.
Mm-hmm.
Pero resulta que we're actually getting more islands. Y eso que it was around Japan. So that doesn't make sense. So where did these islands coming from?
I guess the water's decreasing. Mira, when it comes to Atlantis, dice que te están saliendo las islands out of nowhere, even though the polar caps are melting.
Yeah. Y ahora ahorita with the polar caps melting,
it should raise the water.
Exactly. Y ahora with that being melting, are you gonna go over there now?
¿A dónde?
Antarctica. Porque según there's a wall there. If it's melting, then shouldn't it be easier to go over to the other side?
It should be. It should be now.
Pero es el pedo, dude. Like, how do you know if there's actually something there? Same thing like Atlantis. How do you know if there's actually something there?
So, mira, para empezar, yo con Antarctica, I never said that I just wanted to go there to see if there's something out there. I said...
Yeah, also to survive. Pero como has visto videos que según there's something over
like,
there.
Okay, como está como el diary del pilot. Like a very well-established pilot. Que dice que he just literally drove and drove and drove. I mean, flew and flew and flew. Until all of a sudden he got like into a tunnel because something started telling him like, oh, like you're on restricted airspace and all that. But they were telling him, come this way, que todo eso. Y que cuando pasó ese tunnel, whatever, que estaba todo bien pinche verde. Que todo like parecía algo hermoso y que la technology se miraba way advanced, buildings all over the place and all that. So that's where a lot of theories come out now. Que dicen que there's more, que allá están los elites, allá están los Illuminati, los Freemasons, todos los meros perrones, y que ellos actually viven allá and they control everything from over there, meaning that the world is bigger than what we think. So let's say maybe we believe we live here, but maybe there's more over here, and these fools are controlling the other side of the world, and instead of thinking that we're here, no, we're this big. Muchos dicen, oh, we believe that we're probably the biggest planet on the universe. But because we don't actually have footage from everywhere and they're lying to us, they make us think that we're small so that they can have more control.
Yeah, because now that I think about it, it's true. They're lying to us about being on the moon y todo ese pedo. The only thing is the map. They could have created the map and be like, oh, this is how our map looks. This is how we are. Yeah, which makes sense.
Universal Studios, this movie.
Yeah.
Their logo is el globe.
Yeah.
Right? Muchos dicen, cuando salieron the first movie of Universal Pictures was like in 1940 or 1950, around there, between 30s and 50s. Just know that in between that era. I'm not gonna put a number, but 30s and 50s salió the first one. Their logo was already the globe, but we didn't really go to space till 1970 or 1960s. So how the fuck did they know it was a globe?
I mean, we already had a map to begin with.
We had a map, but no one knew that it was a globe.
They're like, ah, fuck it, it's just a globe a la verga.
So muchos pensaban que en esos tiempos que era flat, because nomás era a flat surface.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the people started traveling, they're like, oh, there's more out there. Until they land to the, and listen, why can't we explore everything except until we land right there? Why is it when we get to Antarctica, we can't travel no more?
está haciendo frío.
Well, obviously,
Yeah.
mucho hielo. It's true. So, no
Yeah.
restricted airspace. Why is it restricted? Like, why is it? What's so special about Antarctica to be restricted? We don't have restricted airspace for nothing else except for Antarctica.
No, if you go around the White House, that's restricted
Oh,
area.
sí, también. I forgot about that.
Area 51.
I'm pretty sure que anything that's like presidential is restricted. But I was just saying, like, regardless de la land. La land.
Yeah.
Muchos que son travelers have said that in the globe maps or any map that you see, they do believe that Africa is bigger than what they show us in the maps.
Oh, yeah.
Dicen que like they're literally lying about Africa.
Yeah, luego también shit, ¿qué estaba diciendo? Area 51.
Area 51.
Donde tienen todos los aliens, los monsters y todo ese pedo.
Según.
Bigfoot, los
Que
Yetis.
era un balloon. Que era un balloon. No era UFO.
No, pues el first one que tumbaban, pero según el second one, que eso sí piensan que sí era un UFO.
So there's a lot of shit out there. Like going back to Atlantis, the one that you brought up. At least when it comes to that, dije, I know that you said that we only covered 30%, so there's probably more out there.
Yeah.
The thing is that I don't have any thing where I can be like, yeah, there's nothing out there, or yes, there's something out there.
Yeah.
So now I'm just going by literally a theory in blank.
Yeah.
Son por decirlo unas bullets que son blank. I don't have a bullets que son para penetrar.
Yeah.
Y when you look at Antarctica and you look at diaries that are literally written, when you look at all the other shit, you can go based off that. Area 51.
Yeah.
Tenemos las pictures at Roswell, todo eso. So that's stuff that I can be like, I think, you know?
Yeah.
Pero de eso de la ocean, there's like, I've seen videos of ships que van in the ocean, too many of them. And I'm like, how come these guys don't talk about it? We're living nuevos tiempos. Son people que vienen que hacen transport literally de Africa a United States on that.
Yeah.
Y nada. Y son pinches barcotes. Like, a lot of people don't know what a ship boat looks like. Así de cargo ships. Until they actually see a fucking cargo ship.
Tan grandes los güeyes.
Like, a lot of people don't know that shit. A lot of people don't know that.
Muchos se pierden ahí, güey, fácilmente. They should be amazed.
¿Cómo se llama? Si tan solo un container se me hace que mide 2 carritos Honda Civic, no more. You can fit 2 cars I think in there.
Fácil, yeah.
Un container. And those motherfuckers get stacked up to 5 or 6 times para arriba. And I think it's like 10 wide or even up to 15 wide.
Yeah, depending on how big the cargo ship is. Yeah, dude. Y es la cosa, es lo que, como tú estás diciendo, like, it's weird how all these ships are traveling throughout the whole night, and that's the thing, dude. Like, it's pitch black.
Oh yeah, pinche miedo.
Pitch black, bro. Si no te gusta la oscuridad, bro, don't get on a cruise ship. If you get on a cruise ship, I mean, for the most part, it's pretty chill porque uno, como se llama, there's always lights. Like, nunca apagan las luces ahí.
Yeah.
Luego, but that's the thing, if you go to a part of a boat where it's a little darker compared to the rest of the area, because like say ahí está el jacuzzi, the pool, the bar, like it's well lit. Vas a una area así como para el poop deck, como dicen allá atrás, like, and you see outside, bro, you can't see jack shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's pitch black. And so, I mean, I wonder that's why a lot of people don't talk about it, because maybe no salen afuera when it's nighttime. It's probably just the people up in the dock just driving the boat.
One is cold.
También.
It's cold. It's cold as fuck. People don't know that, but it's cold as fuck. Para empezar es agua. Y no es agua calientita.
No, está salada, güey.
No son heated pools.
No, dude.
You're depending on the time también. If it's fucking winter, it's cold.
Y cuando pega el aire, dude, está peor.
And then if you have a high tide, now you have fucking motion. Water splashing and all that shit. So I'm like, would I have loved to experience that? Yes, but I don't want to work. I just want to experience it.
Yeah, just a one-time thing, a one and done. Yeah.
So like this, hey, it's a trip is de una semana. I would love to. Like, hey, I'm not gonna work. I'm just here to film and do something for my podcast. Algo así, you know, something like that. Interviews, whatever. Just to live that. It's like I've always said about living. A mí me gustaría experimentar how is it crossing as an immigrant from Mexico to the border, like going on the desert and all that. The thing is, I'm like, you'll never get that feeling because you're not an immigrant. Te llega a pagar a la migra. I have papers.
Yeah.
So it's not the same feeling. You're only gonna get the physical feeling.
Nah, tú nomás corre a la verga. They don't know that.
No, sí. But what I'm trying to say is like,
Yeah, like you're not gonna have that fear.
uh-huh.
I'd be like, fuck it, they get me. Like I need to start all over.
Yes, exactly.
Just be like, hey, dude, like I was just hiking.
So, so going to the theory de la mermaid or the Atlantis, if you're in the ocean, you're in that deck ship, you're not working, so your feeling is different. It's like, I want to see something.
Yeah.
So that means that maybe si me sale la oportunidad de say, oh, this fool wants to experience it. Hey, Raúl, saw your channel, come over. You know, like, fuck it.
yo te
So lo
enseño.
primero que voy a hacer va a comprar esos pinches lucesotas. The ones that come out like on Instagram. Las que cuestan como like $300 que alusan bien feo.
Yeah.
That's something I would probably buy right away. Right away. Because I would be that motherfucker that goes at 3 a.m.
Escucha algo like a la verga.
So like let's say the poop deck está todo oscuro. I would probably flash the light para afuera para mirar. I'm like, what can I see? Well, like, ¿qué puedo mirar?
Si mira algo.
Más para mirar. ¿Qué tal si mira un big ass fender? Oh, Megalodon! No, tampoco, fuck that shit.
Iceberg. Ahí va otro Titanic a la verga.
y cómo se llama? So that's where I'm like, how come those ships haven't installed night vision cameras?
No, they have some, pero
But there's no footage. Es lo que quiero decir. Like, there's no footage.
Yeah, that's the thing, because they don't record. Because I've seen a couple of videos where people use a night vision, pero it's mostly for así como cameras, güey. So
Para la people que miran la noche, que there's no icebergs and shit like that. So I'm like, yo lo que quiero decir, like, there's ways to go about it. You guys say, oh, we haven't explored the other 70%. I'm like, well, you can because of these ships. You just have to like.
No, but it's death, way.
Oh, okay, and death part. Yeah, that's
no, that's what I'm saying. Like the ocean, like we know the ocean is there, but like depth wise, like we can't go to a certain point because our cameras they're still not that advanced, so they don't get to a certain point.
Luego la pressure.
Por eso estoy diciendo.
No, I'm talking about the camera. I'm talking about the actual ship. Like the most we can go.
Are you talking about a submarine?
A submarine, submarine.
Okay.
Porque I think James Cameron, el director of Avatar, he has actually put a lot of money in that shit to make it a very strong one. And I think la verdad se me olvidó cuánto llegó. Like cuánto llegó. And I think it was enough for it to hold a record since like 2000 hasta 2020 something or 2017. Cuando some other fool broke that record. And I think he made it to the Mariana Trench. Like deep down there.
I think that's like 20,000 feet.
So I think he made it, from what I recall, I think James Cameron llegó at 9,000 feet and this one made it 12 or 14. Something like that. Like he beat him by a good bunch.
Yeah.
Y es donde ya empezaron a mirar los weird creatures. Like, they're like, oh shit, what is this? What is that?
Yeah.
Y como se llama, the other guy that died all of a sudden from a helicopter crash was because when he got to the bottom where he landed it, there was a lake.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And I guess this fool wanted to get like a submarine that can go inside that lake to see que hay abajo de esa lake.
Well, people are saying que it's not a lake, que that shit was a barrier. Y es donde dicen que, oh, maybe Atlantis was ahí. So that's a barrier, like, cuando ya pasas, like that, you're actually able to see, like, what's actually in there, like, what's truly there. And that's the thing, como todos estoy diciendo, like, oh, qué casualidad que he died.
Yeah, on a helicopter crash.
Exactly.
And if I recall, I think he was invited to go somewhere, and they were going to pick him up. So that's where the theory comes in.
Quidinky dink.
Otra vez.
Dude.
Even the guy that invented the car that you can fill up with water.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them got killed.
Yep.
Both of them. Think about that shit.
Yeah, no, dude. It's because we got a lot of water. We're going to end up being in a drought, fool.
The one of my favorite ones. Not my favorite ones, because it's sad, ¿verdad? Porque es alguien que se murió. Kobe. He was fighting pharmaceuticals.
Yep. I saw that.
And then all of a sudden,
he died in a helicopter crash.
And there's a cartoon that he dies in a helicopter crash. Dicen que esa cartoon salió a year after that lawsuit that he was going against pharmaceuticals happened. So dicen eso pasó como en 2016 or 2017. Al año salió la cartoon y a los 2 años fallece Kobe así. So I was like,
they send the message like, hey, this is gonna happen si sigues.
And then of course there's the people that go the other direction, like Illuminati, that he was part of the sacrifice because of the Black Mamba, the triangle, blah blah, and all that stuff. que son hijos del diablo o algo así, like, que se dice, oh, since we already have Jordan, you can't have Kobe. So that's the other aspect, but I'm like, I want to lean more towards the pharmaceutical because dicen muchos que muy raro que anybody who fights pharmaceuticals siempre
something happens. Yeah, it's good, dude. Pharmaceutical, it's a billion-dollar company, bro. You can't risk losing money and putting stuff like, oh, why are you using this drug? No sé qué pedo. Like, you're getting it worse for people. Like, oh, we don't care. Like, we just want to sell.
Let's put it in perspective of a poor man.
Okay.
A poor man gets AIDS. AIDS kills him in 3 years. Somehow Magic Johnson got AIDS in 1980 and is still living to this day in 2020. He has the money to... Oh, es que él sabe. Well, you can't make it affordable for people?
It can't be free, bro, because if it's free, they're not going to make money.
Like, we have treatment for the HIV, ¿verdad? We cured for COVID, or sorta. We have all this shit, but you can't find a cure for cancer or a better treatment?
No, dude.
Because they know that's money.
That's where the money's at.
There's otro rapper going into the pharmaceutical, que por eso lo mataron, el theory, conspiracy. Nipsey Hussle.
Mm-hmm.
Que he was defending un doctor de no sé dónde, de Africa or something like that was for against pharmaceuticals. Que él está diciendo que ellos están mintiendo, que he's found a lot of stuff that they can actually cure you through being natural. Y he had found a lot of shit that cured you. And all of a sudden, that doctor dies. And then this fool starts talking about it, and then he dies.
It's good to see, bro.
So I was like,
La pinche mafia.
And I feel, yeah, la mafia negra de aquí, de this side of the world.
America.
Y ¿cómo se llama? And it sucks, because I'm like, según dicen, ellos los tienen que ayudar, but in reality, I'm like, I guess it is true. We're just living for them, and they're just playing the puppets.
Yeah.
Metallica song, The Master of Puppets. They're really talking about the government. But in reality, now that I'm older, I think they're talking more than just the government. That there's people out there.
Yep.
And son también artists. They're just because they're metalheads doesn't mean that they have to go through the same process.
Yeah, they're just fucking grabbing whatever's out of their ass and just making a random song. Like, nah, it's not a random song.
Lago yo dije, acá in United States, artists have to worry about la black. Yo le digo la black hand. That's what I call them, or the elite, or above that, ¿verdad? They have to worry about that.
La mano peluda.
Y in Mexico, they have to worry about the cartels.
Yep.
Like, fuck, so you can't have it. You can't. You come over here,
way, bro.
They're gonna control you. You go over there, they're gonna control you. So I'm like, mejor stay in your lane y no hacerte nada and just pull up with the bullshit they give us.
Yeah, por eso dicen happy wife, happy life.
También.
Nomás encuentras una wife y quédate la verga.
Yeah,
like, no.
You see?
Don't get out of line, o si no, de ahí te va a chingar, güey. Si ellos no te chingan, the government te va a chingar.
You see, like, it's crazy. Like, por decirlo, según dicen que están saliendo this new medication, not medication, this is a new theory that just recently, I recently just heard it. Que en los drinks que they're producing on the vitamins or medicine que están dando, que dicen que de seguro they're adding chemicals to for males cuando están tomando, so that there's more chances of a baby being born a girl as opposed to a male. Because dicen que desde 2020 a 2023, a lot of more girls have been born than boys.
Oh shit!
Right? ¿Y cómo se llama? What's the reason? You're like, oh, how's that a theory? The theory goes like this. Who defends the girls most of the time?
The men.
Masculinity, man, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
¿Y qué está pasando ahorita on this side of the world?
No hay.
The LGBT community.
Acabando.
Que se están transformando. They're becoming transformers.
Yeah.
Y cómo se llama? So, because men are losing the battle of having boys, and they're winning the battle of getting their rights and all that, by the time that there's a little bit of men, no one's going to be able to control, no one's going to give an opinion for women. Porque ya todos van a ser diferentes. And I was like, oh shit. But I'm like, what's the end game though for that?
Yeah.
I don't see no end game other than girls are not going to have opinions anymore. And then there's not going to be any men. So how are you going to reproduce again?
Science.
Rules.
Porque ahorita what they're doing is apparently in 2 to 3 years, or I think in 2025, no me recuerdo. I saw somewhere que they will be able to create a baby in a fake womb in a lab.
I heard that. Yeah.
So if that becomes successful, and let's say later down in the future, the men start slowly depopulating, they're gonna start creating their own.
And they're gonna control them like that. Even more control.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
Ahí si no te placas no voy a dejar que no se te pare, güey. No. You get blue balls.
Es como cuando dijeron que COVID, la conspiracy de COVID.
Yeah.
Que it was just them trying to control. I'm like, I want to say I wanted to believe that it was fake until I got COVID and I felt what I felt.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe it was man-made to control us. But I'm like, but that shit fucking hurt. That shit hurt my lungs. That shit hurt my fucking... I did not know what the fuck was going on. Everything. So on that aspect of it was a real virus, yeah, it was a real virus. Was it man-made or was it trying to be controlled by a government? Possibly. There's many conspiracies just about COVID.
Dijo que vino de un bat.
Que it was the Chinese people trying to give it to United States and it failed and it backfired on them.
Yeah.
And then it spread like that through them. So it's like I said, it's just conspiracy.
Yeah, it's... Porque sí, like for me, cuando a mí me pegó COVID, like I only lost sense of smell. That's it. Hear that, I felt fine.
Yeah.
I even told my manager, like, hey, bro, like, I feel fine, I just can't smell. It's like, nah, you probably feel fine, but if you come in, you get other people sick, it might have a different effect on them. Like, you're right.
I lost a sense of
smell, taste.
No, taste. I couldn't taste anything. Well, I mean, I could taste everything, but Coca-Cola no sabía a soda. Se me sabía nasty.
Sugar water.
Ándale. No, I don't know what the fuck. I don't remember what it is. It just tasted bad.
Yeah.
Diarrhea and vomit.
Oof.
Oh, and then fever, flu.
Oof.
Yeah, like everything except for the smell. I can smell everything. I'm like, I can smell my sobaco sweating. I can smell my culo that I had in shower.
No, I thought was Shrek in the corner, like, get out of me, swamp. You just swampas que estabas cargando.
Yeah, so it was like I said, the conspiracy can go on and on and on.
Dude.
I honestly like sticking
with the fictional stuff. Something with has
I would say visual stuff. Where I can base my own things, like como la flat earth. You can't really I mean, as much as I want to say like, oh, it's true, I'm like, you just sound stupid, dude.
Yeah, porque at the same time, como te estaba diciendo, you want something que tenga un poquito the background. Like, hey, sabes que, like, oh, I think Earth is flat because this, and this. Yes. We have these reasonings, we have this. Compared to Atlantis, como I brought up, like, there's not a lot of reasoning to it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's como que there's only been a couple things que they talk about it, but it's not as much out there. Como 9/11, ahorita full out videos, people talking about it like, oh, it couldn't be jet fuel, it couldn't be that. So it's wider and something easier to kind of wrap your mind around. Like if you don't have like that, ¿cómo se dice? Your brain to be I'm blanking out, bro.
You want your brain to be at a full potential?
Not a full potential, pero así como tener media abierta para...
Oh, la mente abierta, pues. Like you want to have an open mind.
Open mind, but also see, like thinking, fuck, ¿cómo se llama esa pinche palabra? Me va a venir ahorita, pero we'll just go with that. Tener la mente abierta, and so you kind of start thinking like, okay, maybe that might be true. Maybe what if this is going on? Boom, we have that one video que they see water inside the ocean. Like that doesn't make sense. Like why is there like a little barrier? Is that like a lake? Is that a river? Like why is there like two different bodies of water in the middle of the ocean down deep down? Like that doesn't make sense.
Sí.
But that's the thing, like it's very little. We could go back to NASA. It's like, oh, well, there's fake videos. Like what is that's fake?
Yeah.
We don't know that.
And also I'm like, how come instead of going to space that there's nothing, how come we don't go explore ocean that there's something?
Y eso que lo tenemos aquí,
instead of using rockets to send them up there and polluting our air with all that shit, how come we don't use rocket fuels down here?
True. Hey, yo, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Figure that out, bro. Let me know why you're trying to go to outer space instead of going down to the ocean.
Take a Tesla down there.
Dude, imagine making a Tesla into a fucking submarine way. Like, you know what, I'll be back. I'm gonna go to Japan if we just fucking take a boat.
And that's the only thing that sucks from what I know. De todos los videos que he visto where people are getting recorded like a little submarines and all that,
Yeah.
they don't have windows, right? Todo es como a little brick, and they're only going by sonar and
Yeah.
I don't know what else it's visual. So I'm like, you guys don't really have concrete evidence of watching anything. Because I'm like, everything is just sonar. We don't have the there's got to be something. Can you make like a tough mirror where it's not gonna break easily? Like, can you make it like so many inches thick, just so that we can have a little camera in there?
Yeah.
I'm like, and I don't know.
All these narcos, fucking las ventanas están así de thick, güey. Las trocas están así, no, para que no entren los bullets.
Sí.
The bullets have a lot of pressure.
Sí, sí.
I mean, why can't they put that, como tú estás diciendo, en el submarine para que aguante el pressure, para que menos vaya por abajo?
Yeah, porque I'm like, si está una cámara dentro de la, and they're recording them. I'm like, that means that it's keeping the pressure consistent, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, so how come we can't put a camera outside with like lights? And I don't know if windows, if a window is thick enough where it would break. I don't know how that density works, or if we can get like something that can cover, but also visual with the camera outside with light. Because I'm like, sonar is not gonna, like, sonar or night vision. We got to do more than that.
Yeah.
Like, put and focus your energy over there instead of focusing it up there.
Yeah.
Especially if you think that like, como dije yo, yeah, camera's fake. I feel like it's just pre-recorded. Yeah, but I do believe we're going up there. But if we can't get footage up there, we might as well start working down here.
Yeah. Y luego, same thing about the Yetis. Have you heard about the Yetis in the wild parks?
Yetis on wild parks.
Yeah.
Those would be the Bigfoots.
Yeah.
Do I believe in them? I'm leaning more towards no more.
Why?
I follow this. I don't follow. I used to watch this channel on Travel Channel.
Okay.
It was Finding Bigfoot. Nah, they never found any. They traveled so many. They never found any. Like, why? I know that the forest is too big, and I know that it's probably the same as the ocean where we haven't explored everything.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, I don't understand. Like, if you truly want to go find something, how come you can't get like 1,000 people and walk in a straight line in one direction?
¿Cuál one direction?
Let's say right here, right? We can fit like 40 people, or like in a 10 feet span.
Mm-hmm.
If it's 10 people, that's 100 feet of walking just one direction. Like, we're all gonna go east on a 10 feet, so that everybody can have a visual of each other, so that we don't get lost. I know that there's cliffs. I understand that.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, like, how come we can't do that instead of going in little groups right here? Oh God, okay, I heard a calling. I just that footage seemed legit to me back in the day.
They probably need to do what they did at Area 51. Que like, oh, this day everybody show up. Let's all raid Area 51.
Did they raid it at the end?
Nah.
No, ¿Tuvieron miedo?
Yeah. There was like thousands of people that were supposedly gonna show up, and only like a couple hundred llegaron.
Y no se metieron.
Nah, güey, no mames.
Miedosos.
You get shot down, bro? Hell no.
You're not gonna shit 100 people, are you?
You never know, bro.
It's mass hysteria, bro. You can't do that to the American people.
Well, that's the thing. They don't know. They didn't see anything. Covered up.
What if you go Instagram Live? Unless they cut the feed y todo.
Covered up. As soon as you pass a certain barrier, boom.
Se corta la señal.
Yeah, se corta la señal y ya valió.
Then they can't see shit.
Exactly. But, ¿dónde iba con esto? Ya te como
Area 51.
Ya te como el cherry, güey.
No. Because we're talking about the Yetis.
Yeah.
And the Bigfoot. So you're saying it's like Area 51.
Yeah.
With the people and all that shit.
Yeah. So como estaba diciendo, how come we can't do that? Like, I mean, we could probably do that. Just put a Facebook invite like, hey, everybody, this day, let's just show up to a fucking random park and let's just fucking walk it. I mean, ¿qué pedo? Fuck, same thing, dude. Like, the forest is so big. Y también que there's a lot of caves that connect with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so dicen que, for the most part, that's donde se esconden, inside the caves. But it's kind of hard to actually find them because there's multiple caves that do multiple pinpoints and they just go out the whole forest.
Yeah, so they use that to get away and get in and out.
Yeah, but that's why it's so hard to get them. Same thing like I was saying about the mermaids. Like they're so intellectual. 'Cause like, hey, we can't get caught. No matter what, we can't get caught. So what do? You go out at a certain time where people won't be around. Nighttime. So when they go hunting at night. Why? Because that's hardly any people are out.
Yeah.
If they are out, it's because they have like a little wood fire. Maybe they están con sus s'mores, todo ese pedo, pero ya después de un rato se van a dormir. So when you're sleeping, camping, and you hear something in the bushes, you don't know what it is.
Yeah, it can be anything.
It could be anything, literally, dude. So that's the thing. So that's why they say, like, the Yetis, they use the caves as their highway, their railroads. Like, okay, we know what season it is.
Yeah.
It's May. If we use this one, we'll be able to catch, deers, bunnies, y todo eso por esta área. They haven't hibernated yet, todo ese pedo. So, apparently, Teddy Roosevelt, he signed like a bill to have wild park safety for the same reason. It wasn't more for like bears and stuff like that. It was for like those creatures, según. Es lo que estaban diciendo que because of the Yetis, like we have to have people on site, and apparently people have gone missing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Más aparte que se pierden. I mean, it's big.
Yeah, that's the thing. So a lot of people say que they just get lost. They go out hiking, they don't know where they're going. Boom, they get lost.
Yeah.
Y se mueren. But the thing is, how did they die? How did they go missing? Did they just randomly fall down a hill? Did they just go out of starvation? Que ya pues al último just animals ate it porque ya pues desperdiciar esta comida. So that's the thing, is like seeing those type of things that kind of makes you think more, being a more creative mind. That's what I meant. Creative mind.
It came back to you.
Yeah, it finally came back. So you get a creative mind and you start thinking out of the box. Like, okay, so let's say maybe mermaids do exist. One, if they do exist, they're only going to come out at night. Because that's the thing. They don't want people to know that they're there.
Yeah.
Because they probably saw what happened. Why? Because there's books where they show that they'll capture them and they'll kill them. So just going through that experience, like, if they're killing us, what's the whole point of us coming out? They're going to continue doing it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Yetis. Like, they killed one before. Okay, this is not a Yeti, blah, blah, blah. Okay, they killed one of our own. We can't retaliate, because if we retaliate, they have guns. What do we have?
Sí.
Same thing como está diciendo los Giants. Los Giants ya no existen por la misma razón que apparently we just killed them. It's like, you know what, we were afraid that they were going to kill us all.
Yeah, now, as far as Bigfoot, I actually, there's two footages that I believe that can be no human. That's not a human, and I'm not talking about the Peterson film.
Yeah.
The Peterson film es la original, donde va caminando, que lo grabaron bien.
Yeah, nomás lo agarraron así.
And a lot of people just go by that footage. I'm like, no, bro. I'm like, that footage is actually like 36 minutes long. And they're following him between the fucking the trees.
Yeah.
But because he's so fast, like he's not even running, he's walking fast. And because the guy wants to keep a distance, he loses track of him. And that's where people say it's fake. Y ya ¿cómo se llama? Dicen que it's just the quality, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, the fucking movie was made, not the movie, the fucking video was shown in 1976.
Yeah.
Like obviously the cameras are not as good. Be happy that we have that.
They expected it to be on 4K.
So cuando dije yo que I want to tend to believe it's not real no more, it's just because we just lost a lot of footage. Like ya no, we literally, the Travel Channel did a fucking show trying to capture it, nunca lo agarraron. And I'm like, okay, so what's next? What's next is the two clips that I've seen. One is during daylight. Y eso están como hiking. And all of a sudden, they see de lejos. Y we're talking about lejos, que dicen que on the video, after they take measurements and all that, that's, dicen que el mono es como 10 pies de altura. 10 feet tall. Bro, and this is far. Like, you can barely, like, they zoom in as much as they can, and they see something running. And now, where they say the distance ran, dicen que son como 3 football fields. Obviously no se mira acá porque están bien lejos. But they're just saying, if we go by measurements, así como los que hacen study film, he literally ran in 30 seconds 3 football fields. And you just see him running, like going up, and then he's running downhill. Y eso de like no quisieron grabar más porque les dio miedo, like, he's coming downhill, meaning that anything from downhill is upwards, and what's upwards, it's us. Pero se mira como corre así. And when I saw that shit, I'm like, that's not a human. I'm like, and I don't think it's a bear because se miraba como que estaba corriendo en dos pies. Bears have walked in 2 feet. Bears are 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
I know that.
But the thing is, they don't run like
They don't
that.
run. They just stand and sometimes they walk.
Yeah.
And this fool was like literally running. And that, I just stumbled.
Sprinting.
Yeah, I just stumbled across that video por la razón de que I was just scrolling through videos and I was like, oh, Bigfoot, new video. I'm like, oh, let's check it out. When I saw it, I'm like, oh shit. And then I rewinded. I'm like, that's something else. My favorite one that I've seen from the Yeti. The Yeti's the one that lives in the snow.
Yeah, the bone on
uh-huh.
snow, man.
So ese se mira como viene una avalanche. And it's hitting something. But it's hitting something dark. It looks like a rock, like a boulder. Y como que in the beginning, haz de cuenta que se mira como un boulder. And it's just hitting it. And let's say this is the boulder, right?
Yeah.
And it's just hitting it and it's hitting it. And all of a sudden, the snow lands from the avalanche. This is how much the boulder you can see. All of a sudden, you just see this thing lift and start walking upwards. Now, a lot of people are saying, like, it could possibly be a human who's very tall and who's hiking, saw an avalanche, decided to duck down, grab onto something, and look upwards. So that's how, basically the thing is that he's looking upwards, so it's hitting him, and then he gets up and he starts walking. The thing is, I'm like, I've never met someone, or no. I'm never gonna say that. Like, let me repeat it. I've never seen a video or footage of a human walking como si nada, like nothing happened on an avalanche.
Yeah, no, dude. Because if you've seen videos like people that even
They get stuck.
Yeah, esos los snowboarders y todos esos, like, dude, se pierden eso. Even se quedan así como plowed underneath y ahí se están como echando escarbando.
Now, what do most snowboarders have in common? Their jackets. ¿Qué colores son?
I mean, they're mostly bright colors.
Why?
Pues por la misma razón, por si se pierden, pues decir, mira, ya fue un halo de tal.
Why would this boulder or why would this snowboarder, why would he have a black coat? Or a dark brown coat?
I mean, sí se nota compared to white snow.
Yeah. Sí se nota, but why would you have that when you know that if there's an avalanche, they need someone to find? Why not wear bright colors like an orange, a highlighter, de colores, así como todos? Why particular dark brown? Unless you're trying to do a hoax and fake it. Yeah. And again, I've never seen when snowboarders get up on the snow, I see how they struggle to get up. This fool's literally walking, pushing the snow like I'm tall enough where I can just...
Como si nada.
Yeah. And I seen when these fools do it, they literally como que caminan de lado.
Yeah.
The snowboarders, right? That's how I see them walk on the snow. And this is like, what, 3 foot of snow, 4 feet? Que they're literally lifting their feet para caminar. Wow, this was literally just walking across it. Now, I'm not a snowboarder and I'm not a snow expert, but I'm pretty sure there's an avalanche. It doesn't matter if it's soft snow. I still think you have to lift your foot to go over that fucking snow.
Yeah, no, definitely, dude. Y no nomás eso, pero también, like, depending on how fast it comes in, you can't hold on to it, dude. A veces cuando viene el aire, es un pinche putazo. Have you ever been hit by a wave?
A wave de water?
Yeah, like an ocean? Yeah, like, I bet you it's going to be the exact same thing, bro.
I would think it's harder because it's more solid.
The snow?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It's a sockwood, you know?
Yeah.
While the water, even though when it hits you, you feel like it's running through you. Like
yeah.
I'm not saying that it's not. It's like it still hurts. Like it's hitting you, especially the surprise ones. But you're feeling going through you. While the snow, you're gonna feel it through you, but you're gonna feel like stuck.
Yeah, it's
like oh shit, like what's going on? In the water, you feel like you can still move.
Oh, sí. Yeah. Porque it's easier to move around with. But that's the things, like people get stuck.
Yeah.
So you were just saying like this was just fucking getting up como si nada and just fucking walk with? Yeah, that is
and going up and walking upwards, not downwards, upwards.
No, está peor así, güey. Yeah, no, sí.
So do I believe more on the abdominal snowman over the Bigfoot? Yes, because I feel like because on snow places we don't travel as much, like the mountains and all that. I feel like they could hide a lot more, and just those specific 2 videos that I saw, I'm like, yeah, I can see how they can literally run away from people. While over here in the forest, you can use the trees, you can use the caves and all that. I just feel like we hike a lot more for us not to have more footage.
Yeah.
Y como se llama, and I feel like all the people that, oh, I've seen something. I'm like, if you live in that area, why not get, like, especially those areas on the sun, a lot of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
How come you guys don't have a fucking camera? Isn't shit? That camera was
Yeah.
$500. You know, $500. You can buy a fucking $30, $100 one.
Yeah. Or just go get the reusable ones. Eh?
Yeah, like you have maybe un phone no agarra signal, but you can still
Yeah.
record.
True.
It's just that, like, that's when you're like, that's dumb, you know, that's
Yeah, it
stupid.
doesn't make
dude.
sense. Yeah.
As opposed to a snowboarder who's like on the snow, who are there just to snow, and maybe they want to record something. Y ellos sí graban, like, oh, because something's abnormal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I'm like, I'm telling you, it's that, and that's cryptozoology. Cryptozoology is meaning like some like fan fiction, like
Made
monsters
characters.
or
yeah.
So cryptozoology is it's interesting to me because we're talking about like the Loch Ness monster and all that shit, and that's that's another realm of theories that there's no footage, so you only have to go on believe
based on that one picture.
based on that one picture.
That's it. Yeah.
Going up for Bigfoot or a Yeti because of those two videos. Yeah, it's just that like. Cuando te dije así de las mermaids in Atlanta, there's no visual for me to see, but when you actually see something, I'm like, Usain Bolt will never run
That fast.
that fast.
Yeah.
And Usain Bolt is the fastest man in the world.
Yeah.
Doctored in. Like.
No, sí, yo sé. Es que sí, no, dude. That's crazy.
And we gotta remember this. If they say that was like a 10-foot or 8-footer, when have you seen an 8-foot human
run that
who's
fast?
not stiff when he's running?
Ooh.
Like you look at Big Show, you look at Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
When they run, como que
Yeah.
the only one who looks kind of mobile is Brock Lesnar, and that fucker's like 6'7" or 6'9", I think. So he would be one of the few.
Yeah.
But even if you see like UFC and boxers, they look stiff.
Yeah.
So they don't look like
They're always firm.
And if they're not ¿cómo se llama? If they're like LeBron James, who's like 6'9" and can run fast. ¿Cómo se llama? I don't think they can run that fast
Yeah.
in that short amount of time.
Sí, cierto.
So that's where I'm like, yeah. But anyways, let's get this night ending. Do you have go ahead and look for a conspiracy theory quote? Well, I'll do my ending thoughts. Oh yeah, Eli wasn't here. My bad, people. Eli was not here again. I don't know where he's at. Maybe he didn't want to talk about conspiracies porque le da miedo. Maybe piensa que los elites lo van a agarrar. Do I believe in the elites? I believe there's something out there that has money, that has control over many of the famous people. I don't know if you want to call them elites. I just call them like the Black Hand because they control everything. Do I believe on theories? I want to say I believe in most of them if it makes sense. If you can prove it with your own visual artifacts de tus ojos, like the stuff that you can prove and not prove on a camera, even though the camera can be lying. But when it's an amateur video, it's more realistic. And of course, the CGI, when it's a CGI thing, you can tell right away that it's fucking CGI. Por mí eso no hay problema. Do I feel that the September 11 was an actual job? Yes, it was. It was an inside job by the U.S. government to get their money or their hands dirty on the oil. Do I believe Michael Jackson's alive? I want to go with the yes on that one. I am going to go with the yes. Do I want to go with Tupac is alive? I'm going to go with the no. I don't think there's a lot of evidence, even though I gave you enough evidence that why wasn't Suge Knight trying to know that. I believe it was a hit, probably by someone higher above him. I don't think it was Suge Knight. I think it was something above because he has an album called Kill Illuminati, which is Kill Illuminati.
Yeah.
Do I believe in Atlanta? I'm gonna go with no.
Atlantis or Atlantis?
Atlantis.
Because Atlanta exists, bro.
Atlanta does exist. ATL. Anyways, Atlantis. I don't believe. I don't believe in the mermaids. No, I don't. It sucks, but it's just that I feel like we can do a lot more. Or give me more videos. I need more.
More facts, more
not
background.
facts. I just want to see more video, more footage of stuff. Like, do I believe there's big monsters? No. Big sea creatures? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I believe the megalodon exists? I don't think so. Because a big shark like that, what can he eat?
Everything, bro.
Sperm whale.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there was a sperm whale that had a big bite out of it. Who knows? Right?
Yeah.
Do I believe in the bloop? We ain't talking about that one.
Oh, yeah.
Dicen que es un animal way bigger than what they think, bigger than the megalodon. Yes, that's called the bloop.
No es ese pinche little pink blob shit?
No. The bloop is something that's bigger than the megalodon.
Never mind then.
Okay, they heard that they said that they measured the sound where it was coming from. It was from way further than what they thought, and for them to scream that loud, it has to be bigger. So it's bigger than the megalodon. Again, we haven't explored down there. I don't know if I want to believe in that stupid thing, man.
Yeah.
Until I see it or there's footage. We broached and touched a lot of them on the Bigfoot. I kind of want to give up on it, but the Abdominal Snowman, the Yeti, yes, completely believe in that shit. The landing of the moon, I said that we do go to space, but the videos they're showing us are fake.
Yeah.
I do want to say I still believe, and I want to keep it hard concrete that I do. The landing was real.
Yeah.
I forgot. I think we touched on another one that I can't recall on, and then of course we didn't touch on the JFK.
Oh yeah.
We didn't touch on many things like dinosaurs. We didn't touch on that. There's people that say it's
Part
fake.
2 will come out later.
No, yeah, Volume 2 will come out because this is just the beginning.
Yeah, no, this is just a scratch of the surface.
Yeah, this is just like we have many episodes to come.
Just a tip.
We have to get to the ball sack.
No, we gotta go down the shaft first, then the ball sack.
Anyways, and I think that was I want to say that was it, but people 9/11 was an inside job. I know there's people that died, and I'm sorry, but I do believe it was an inside job.
Yeah.
All right, that was my closing thoughts. If you're a conspiracy theorist, give me some in the comment section so I can look at it, and then I can make my opinion, and we'll bring it out in the next video.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Do your closing thoughts before you read the quote. Like, do you believe on Michael Jackson? Is he dead?
Yeah, I think everybody's already dead. Right?
So you didn't believe in none of those theories?
And,
what about Pedro Infante?
No, but like by the time when it first happened, like okay, he might be still alive, but I feel como ahorita que ya no.
Okay.
Yeah, because como estaba diciendo, like dude, like to be in hiding for so long, like yeah, uno se enfada, way. He probably just committed suicide right afterwards. Like you know what, it's already been a year. Like I'm tired of fucking just hiding. Like no puedo hacer nada. Like I literally gotta tell my daughter like, hey, can you go give me some pizza? Like I'll be right here.
Yeah.
Like que donde va a estar en un pinche bunker donde no puede salir. He's gonna be in the basement que nadie lo mire, where like there's no windows you can't see
so
inside.
they're dead.
Yeah,
they're dead. Okay. De ahí seguía September 11.
Oh yeah, inside job.
Inside job. All right. NASA. Do you believe they're going to space?
That's where like I'm 50-50, bro. Because like recently, like all the ships, all the rockets that I've been seeing leave, like there's no people in it. So that's what I'm like. I don't understand. Like, are we actually sending people? Like, when are we sending them?
Okay.
Like,
so it's 50-50. You're not too sure. ¿Cómo se llama?
Because I want to believe it. I want to.
You want to, but it's really hard to believe it.
Yeah. Like, have you seen Space Force on Netflix?
No.
So
is it an actual TV show or is it like documentary?
No, it's a TV show.
It's a TV show? Okay.
Yeah. So Donald Trump, when he was president, he brought out the Space Force.
Okay.
And so they pretty much came up with that show to kind of make fun of it.
Okay.
And so I think it's like episode 7 or 8. They're in outer space. And they're literally in the middle of the fucking desert. And they're trying to show that they could live in the moon and also make food.
Okay.
but the only food that they were making was potatoes. That's it. They were only able to grow that because
that's like the movie The Martian. Oh, the book The Martian, where the guy gets stranded in Mars, and he can only eat potatoes because that's the only thing he can grow.
Yeah. So literally that was going on. So they stayed there for a week.
Yeah.
And every time they had to go outside, they had to put on their suit.
Yes.
So like looking at that, like dude, like they're showing this in a show. What if this is actually going on?
Yeah.
We're thinking we're sending people out of space. In reality, we're fucking not. So that made me think about that. Like, dude, like,
you're saying also, so you're 50-50 in that one because of the things that go on.
Yeah.
The mermaid, you're saying you're going with the yes.
I believe they exist, bro.
Okay.
There's been some videos where there'll just be people out in the middle of the ocean. They'll be like, oh, like, what's that noise? Like, do you hear someone singing? It's like, bro, it's a boat full of men. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, unless there's someone there that can sing like a fucking woman and he's in the fucking poop deck singing his lungs out. But like, dude, like, you could literally hear like a woman singing and they're in the middle of nowhere.
The what's the other one? It's the Atlantis.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yo creo que sí, dude. Like como tú piensas que like there's something bigger out in Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
I creo que there's something bigger que they're just hiding from us.
Okay.
And so they're purposely melting all the ice caps just to raise the water level.
Okay. Oh, that's a different way. Okay. Could have brought that up in the fucking talk. We're about to end it.
My bad.
And
but that's the thing is like you could approach it at so many different angles.
Mm-hmm.
It's la cosa que like there's just so much things that are going on que it's just hard to think of every single one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to be like, I could bring it up earlier, sí, pero la cosa se me olvidó about it. So that's why I'm like, okay, well, they could also be melting it.
You're giving your refresher, just a refresher.
Yeah.
So the way you're saying it, I'm like, ooh.
That's the thing about having a creative and open mind, like, because you could have one thing, Atlantis, okay, like, why do you think this is going on? What do you think is like, oh, okay, I think it's going on because of this, or I think because of, like, oh, someone else could be like, oh, well, I don't think that could be it. Like you brought up, like, oh, well, there was a video where this guy was in a submarine and he saw just water being stagnant underneath the ocean. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, oh, what if that's a barrier? Boom, boom, boom. Like, you start hitting these theories in a whole bunch of different angles.
Yeah. So.
And also what people have been hearing, what they've seen, because we haven't probably seen the video that he's seen, and he brings it up like, oh shit, like, okay, I didn't think about it that way. So there's so many pinpoints that we could hit into that spot.
And obviously, this one we both agree right away. The guys that created the car with water gas.
Yeah.
We said that yes, we believe that it was a job.
Yeah.
The Kobe Bryant. Mm-hmm. Yes, that was a job. Nipsey Hussle. I said yes. También. I said no for Extentacion for me. Okay. I said no, not for me.
Yeah.
¿Tú?
I think that someone did send them out to kill him, but it had to be someone else.
Okay. And then, of course, I believe... Oh, the Yeti.
Oh, yeah.
So you believe the Yeti's real?
The Yeti... Well, the thing is, the Yeti and the bottom snowman, they're pretty much... I personally see them as the same thing.
Oh, it's the same thing. For me, it's the same thing. It's not the same thing with the Bigfoot. That's what I'm saying. Like, one's in the snow and the other one's in the forest. I don't believe the Bigfoot is... I don't believe in it no more.
But, dude, it's like a regular...
Mi primo hermano.
Yeah, literally. Like a polar bear and a black bear.
It's just that you live in the forest and you should have fucking cameras ready. That's all I'm saying. That's all I gotta say.
You have all these different type of bears, bro. We got polar bears up in the fucking Antarctic. You got black bears out here in the fucking jungle.
There's more footage leaning towards the Yeti that's more realistic than there's more footage of a Bigfoot being realistic. Is that better?
Okay.
All right.
Perdón.
Give me your conspiracy theory quote.
Okay, so the conspiracy theory book. In fact, what the... ¿Qué le toqué? Okay, there you go. There are in fact two things... science and opinion. The former begets knowledge, and later the ignorance. A lot of hypocrites. So that's the things, like, two things. One could be science, the other one could be fiction. Yeah. Like, okay, we think this might be going on, but then science proves it, like, oh, it's not true. Oh, they made a car that's running out of gas. Science says, no, that's not possible. And then they kill him. So, like, okay, it wasn't possible. So that's the thing. There's
Yes,
always two things. There's always two opinions. There's always two sides of the story. There's
Yes.
always two sides of a coin.
Of course. And the last one before we left, I don't think I touched on it. Flat Earth. Real
Oh
or no?
yeah, nah, dude,
So you don't believe in that theory?
nah,
Me neither. So fight Kyrie Irving. No.
dude. Like, how can we have a flat Earth
Hey.
when there's mountains everywhere? It
The
doesn't
Bible
go-
says it's flat. Just putting it out there.
no, it doesn't.
Just putting it out there.
No.
We'll have to talk
Where?
about it next time. Right there. Versículo 1, capítulo 6. Just from what I heard, según la Bible dice. Según. But anyways, that's for volume 2.
Okay.
Because tonight
We'll
is
save it.
late. I gotta take the mimis.
Same.
And people, if you have any theories, conspiracies, whatever, put them down in the comments so we can find out, get some more information, and we'll see what happens. You guys have a good night.
Igual. Have a good night. Till next time.
Keep it cool.